6 o'clock exactly at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and Fester, I do not see Roxanne. Hang on, let me see if a text has rolled in.
Yeah, Roxanne has been texting already this morning.
Oh, I have no texts from Roxanne. Oh,
What?
no.
You're not in the group?
Oh, no, hang on a sec. Okay, no, I don't have the notification. Sorry, this ain't fast food.
So go back.
Is that?
No, go back a couple of texts.
Hold on a minute.
Roxanne first sent us a text exactly 7 minutes ago.
Oh, 5:53. First of all, welcome everybody. MJ Morning Show Friday edition. Got to thank Fester in a minute, but no Roxanne. 5:53 a.m. So 7 minutes ago. You guys want anything from McDonald's? I'm stopping for buying some break for Pat. That's was that in the broken English? What is this here?
Well, the break.
Is that supposed to be breakfast?
I guess so.
I'm stopping for buying some break for Pat. All right. And Fester, you respond very sweet. I'm fine, thanks. So wait, let me get this straight. So Roxanne is late for our morning show to stop at McDonald's to get breakfast for Pat?
Yes.
Where the hell are the priorities? I'm sorry.
Pat, we love you. Here's an Egg McMuffin.
Here's your parting gift today. Great. Yeah, we got some news we're getting into later on. All right. Very sweet. Thanks, Fester. Then wait a second. Wait. What? Can you guys put English language sentences together? Then Fester responds, wait, on second thought, give me 48 packets of pancake syrup.
Yeah,
all right.
She went to McDonald's.
All right. Then Roxanne texted, sorry, this ain't fast food. Waiting for the food, I'll be a few behind.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I am not going to be late for my show because of a fast food drive-through order. I mean,
you're not late for your show.
Yeah.
This isn't Roxanne's show. She shows up anytime she wants. It's not my show
no,
either.
But no, it is. It's all of it. It's the MJ Morning Show,
It's
but
not the MJ and crew. It's not the MJ and gang show.
It's the MJ Morning Show, of which we have an ensemble.
It's not the MJ and Freak Show. That's not what it is. It's the MJ Morning Show and a couple of people who.
Okay, you want me to change MJ Morning Show and Friends? You want me to change it there?
I don't know if I'd use
MJ and Friends.
I don't know if I'd use Friends.
Yeah.
MJ and acquaintances.
MJ and Parasites.
Yeah, that's what Parasites. Okay, Parasite.
MJ and Lice.
Speaking of Parasites.
MJ and Pinworms in the morning.
All right.
What do you think? Hey, what's that itch back there? Ooh, it's a bad case of pinworm. Ooh,
speaking of
you
parasites.
got to eat that paste.
I'm glad you brought up parasites.
Yes, go ahead.
How'd you get to work this morning?
Well, I just said I needed to thank Fester on something.
Hey, Rob, she's right here.
I said I needed to thank Fester on something. Fester gave me a ride in this morning. Roxanne, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, if it's one that's going to get me in a good mood.
Well, no, I'm just curious.
Or neutral.
It's 6:04.
Yeah.
Do you think, I don't know, what's the priority? Being on time for the morning show?
Oh, I think you know the priority.
I
think you know the priority. I think you know damn well what the priority is. The priority is people and taking care of the good people around you.
With an Egg McMuffin.
Yes.
All right. So you'd be okay with the pilot for your airplane being late? For your flight pushing back because pilot Jerry decided to stop at McDonald's to get some Egg McMuffins for his first officer?
Yes, I would. When our dear sweet Fester is sweet, we get a, Fester, what's wrong today, buddy? Let's call him on the phone and talk his way in. When Roxanne, it's a travesty. I think you guys can handle it on your own. I wanted to do something good for my friend today.
Right. I
don't have friends in this room, but I have them outside of here.
Does this have anything to do with his last day?
Is that something we're talking about?
Yeah.
No, we're not. We are not supposed to talk about it. We will not talk about it. We will not at all. Yeah. So
if the listeners haven't figured out, behind the scenes, today sucks here at the radio station.
All right. We'll
tell you right. We'll get into that a little later.
We'll get into that later on. Listen, it's just a continuation of not just our place. It's just the industry as a whole. We'll get into that later on. Fester, thank you very much for the ride in.
You're welcome.
Hey, can I get a ride to Comic-Con this weekend?
Do you have tickets to that?
No.
I want to go.
Hey, later on, let's go down the list. Didn't we go down the list like 3 weeks ago? Didn't we have like I brought it up, but I thought we went down the list of some of the big names that are going to be in Tampa Bay this weekend for Comic-Con. You know what? I think we brought it up because we talked about a huge prostitution bust at some other Comic-Con.
Like in San Diego.
Is that
the big ones in San Diego.
Right.
Yeah.
Recently, I think it was in the last couple of weeks, we talked about this huge hooker bust. Who knew that Comic-Con is a big event for the prostitutes, the hookers, the call girls? And there was hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Can you print up the story on the recent prostitution bust at one of the Comic-Cons? And Festa, you think it was San Diego?
Yeah, I'm looking at Variety magazine, the end of July, 14 people arrested in Comic-Con sex trafficking sting.
Was it San Diego?
They no longer call it prostitution, by the way.
It's human trafficking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I wonder if law enforcement, I wonder if the Tampa Police Department, TPD, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, and other federal agencies. I wonder if there's going to be a little undercover kind of a Tampa sting for Comic-Con, because apparently the guys that are locked in their basement and don't have girlfriends that go to these events apparently like to utilize hookers.
It's essentially the San Diego one's the biggest one in the country.
Right.
It's essentially a Super Bowl like event for comic. How are the police going to be undercover? They're going to dress up as Shazam walking through the booths.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
That guy over there looks suspicious, Superman.
Or be very, very weary if you hire a hooker that claims to have a Wonder Woman outfit. You know, it might be it might be a hot undercover Tampa police officer.
That's a whole genre, by the way.
A female Tampa PD officer.
All right.
So a little later on, no, seriously, Comic-Con starts today and it goes through Sunday. So 3 days of Comic-Con at the Tampa Convention Center, and I think it's a good instance to maybe bring up the hooker story. But also, I want to go down the list. There are a couple of big names that are flying into Tampa this weekend for Comic-Con.
So the name Comic-Con, is that owned by somebody? Because it's the Tampa Bay Comic Convention.
Oh, they're not calling it Comic-Con.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a...
There was also a big one in New York when I spent time in New York. You'd see during Comic-Con, weekend or whatever, you'd see people just walking around the city in full-blown costumes and everything. All right, so hookers and Comic-Con and
a lot more.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little later on. Festa, thank you for the ride in this morning. Hold on to that thought. Yeah, because Festa drove me in, and a lot of people, they send me notes. Why did Festa drive you in? Why don't you guys have a second car? Hey, I'm happy to explain it. Yeah, Michelle and I, we are a one-car household. Chloe, she takes an Uber to work every day. And I'll explain it for the early crowd that never heard what the hell's going on. I'll explain next and a whole lot more. Welcome to the 6 o'clock hour. We've got the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher hits a little after 8 o'clock this morning. Your chance to win up to $1,000, nothing less than $500. If you're the right caller, you get to play the Inflation Smasher on the way, so stand by. 6:09, traffic's on. Let's grab Pat with traffic. Back in minutes, MJ. the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105, MJ and a crew, 6:20 Friday morning. Fester, there's also something that we did yesterday. There was an item, a story that we did, and I meant to point this out. And for whatever reason, it was like even when I was doing the story, I'm like, all right, I gotta point this particular thing out. And for some reason, we got kind of rabbit holed on it, and we went down a little path, and I didn't circle back to a very interesting and curious part of the story. What was the other thing that a listener called me out on? MJ, you dropped the ball.
The renter?
No, the ketamine queen. Yeah, that was
The song.
Yeah, was that the other, or was there another thing?
Earlier in the week, somebody brought up the fact that we should have made a Ketamine Queen parody song.
Yeah. For the ketamine queen and the whole Matthew Perry deal, and said, hey, you guys missed the boat on that. You know, for the North Hollywood ketamine drug supplier that, was part of the death of Matthew Perry. You guys missed it. You should have had your parody guy, Magic Mark, do Ketamine Queen. Yeah. Of North Hollywood. Yeah. But was there something else that I missed the boat on?
I mean, probably.
No.
We miss a reasonable amount of boats.
No. But there's a story yesterday, and I caught this myself, and I'm like, oh man, last night I'm like doing my prep, and I'm like, oh, and some things just kind of hit you out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh my God, on one of the stories yesterday, I didn't go back to something which I thought was a very interesting discussion point. So I'll give you a tip. It was the 5-year-old left in the car at Walmart. And remember, I was kind of poking at Channel 8 that in the Channel 8 story online, they didn't mention where the Walmart was, where in Florida. There was no city, no street. There was nothing. It was a story about the 5-year-old left in the car at Walmart, and there was an item, there was a detail in the story that I meant to go back to.
We brought it up during Roxanne pointed it out during the commercial break.
But I had it circled on my story that I had previewed. I had it circled, and I meant to go back to it, and I never did. And I even had a listener as well. So after I had kind of self-remembered, I didn't go back and hit this one item. I had a listener also bring it up. I was going through some Instagram direct messages on my certified MJ Radio Instagram account, which I highly encourage you to follow, Certified MJ Radio. Have a couple of items on there to discuss later on. So the deal was this, and I should probably bring this up later on as well, around the time we did the original story. But it turns out also that we checked the story out in other sources. It turned out this was a South Florida Walmart. But the deal was the mother was arrested for leaving the 5-year-old kid in the car, in a hot car down in Miami-Dade. The mother's name, Luis Jacques Martina, 62 years old. The kid is 5. So 62-year-old mother, the kid is 5. That means the mother had the kid when she was 57, or is
not exactly. That's not exactly the case.
What do you mean?
Well, the word mother.
Maybe the kid was adopted.
Yeah, can be adopted. Can apply to other. But we don't know.
Tell you what, I'm going to call her for leaving a 5-year-old in the car. I'm going to call her mother, all right? I'm going to call her mother.
Mother effer.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
I said mother effer.
Whoa, Roxanne, calm down.
Just even you using initials is shocking to us.
Yeah, that's
Is it?
yeah, I'm shocked.
You are.
I'm shocked at
Another
this
flipper.
information.
Another flipper.
All right. So, again, 62-year-old mother, 5-year-old kid. Was she the birth mother 5 years ago for this kid at 57 years old? I'm just curious.
Biologically, I doubt it. However, listen, she could have had an adoption. She could have been the caretaker. Where she eventually gained custody and became the mother. So who knows?
You can get pregnant at 55.
Yes, I said biologically, but I doubt it.
Oh, I think that there are cases of, it's not common, but like, what is the oldest known?
I'm typing it into Google
Here we
right
go.
now.
The oldest known woman to get pregnant. And I would imagine, should it be through natural means or?
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
surrogacy, you could
Oh, here we go. 70-year-old Ugandan woman gives birth to twins December 1st of 2023.
But she could have done IVF.
I don't believe
Yeah.
stories from Uganda. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
there are very famous IVF clinics in Uganda.
Yes.
No, but I mean, that's 70 is pretty high. The oldest verified mother to conceive naturally is Dawn Brooke. She conceived a son at the age of 59 in 1997.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, I don't know that this lady in
Wow.
Florida
Yeah.
is pushing the record.
Yeah, listen, people go to Uganda for a couple of reasons. Number one is the silverback gorillas. Number two is one of the most famous IVF clinics.
I was going to say their
Yes.
fertility hospitals are incredible.
in Uganda.
Welcome to the Uganda
Hey,
fertility.
Fester, thanks for the free Uber ride in this morning. I appreciate it.
Oh, the pleasure was mine.
Listen, I'm going to take 30 seconds here because, whenever I mention that Fester gave me a ride in, that Michelle needs the car, I always get people, why did you guys don't have two cars? No, we don't. We don't have two cars. Well, we came back from Manhattan and we rekindled the MJ Morning Show in October of 2020. We only had one car up there and we kind of, continued the tradition. We came back during COVID and, I was driving to work. Michelle wasn't heading to too many places. And what happens, because of my early job, I'm here at 5:25, 5:30 in the morning every morning, and then I'm home just after 10. There are very rare occasions that Michelle needs the car that early. So maybe it's, 6, 7 times a year. And is that worth having a second car, second insurance? And listen, we all know that Florida car insurance has gone through the freaking roof. All insurance, homeowners insurance, flood insurance, car insurance. We're getting hosed. We're getting colonoscopied on a daily basis with the insurance rates here in the state of Florida. So I don't have a lease payment or a car payment, or I didn't shell out or write a check for a new car. I'm not paying the insurance on it.
Okay.
So, we're saving, significant money every year by having only one car. And then, of course, Chloe graduated college back in December, and she got an internship early in the summer and when she got back from college, she spent, tons of time at home, or she was able to walk to one of those rent offices from the house. Good exercise because she's been studying for the LSAT. So, all like winter and spring, she was just immersed in LSAT preparation study to take her LSAT. So Chloe got an internship at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office in the summer, and then there was a job posting. She applied for a legal assistant job, and she got the job. So Chloe's going to be at the state attorney's office for a little over a year, and then she's going to law school. And she's going to be going to law school most likely up north, I think. She's going to start applying to law school shortly. And she's going to work at the state attorney's office in downtown Tampa for a little over a year, and then she's going to head off to law school. So why would I buy Chloe a car? Chloe's like, can't you lease a car for a year? No, you can't lease a car for a year. And I want to buy. Then Chloe at 23, the car insurance on that. When I added Chloe to our car insurance, my car insurance went up like $2,000 a year. And Chloe very rarely drives our car. But still, the insurance went up $2,000 a year because I added a very responsible 23-year-old. But then, another example how the insurance companies just jam it up your keister. So that's why, and it's not me. I tried to get another car. I tried to get a second car, and it's Michelle who suddenly on this front is fiscally responsible. It's like, we don't need, we can save the car payment, the lease payment, the insurance payment on the second car. And it's Michelle that's really staving off the acquisition of a second vehicle. So Michelle needs the car this morning because Julian is heading back up to New York because he's part of the freshman dorm move-in crew. He signed up for that.
What kind of sucker is he?
Well,
I'll help incoming freshmen move in.
Well, because if you do that, you get kind of early move-in privileges yourself, and that gives him the ability to get the in his suite, get the room and the bed that he wanted. So that's why he did the early move-in crew sign-up. So Julian is flying up to New York this morning to help the freshman move-ins at NYU tomorrow, Saturday, and then he's flying right back on Sunday. He'll be here all next week, and then he flies out again next weekend to go back up to start his sophomore year at NYU. So that's the whole deal on the car situation. So Michelle needs the car this morning to take Julian to the airport. So that's why I had Fester drive me into work. Simple as that. All right, 6:30 at the MJ Morning Show. I mentioned the Burger King guy. You know what? I'll do that right before we start early morons in the news. So next, speaking of the airport, remember we talked about this guy getting hosed? And remember people started a GoFundMe for him.
Yeah.
And it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Like enough to buy a house.
Oh, well, hold on. That's the update on him. He's doing something else.
Oh.
The Burger King guy at the Las Vegas airport, at the Burger King in one of the terminals, worked there for almost 30 years, and for his 27th anniversary at Burger King, they gave him like a bag of candy. It's like, what? Wait a sec. What? Huh? Anyway.
He'd never missed a day in 27
years. Kevin Ford's the guy's name. And there's an update because a GoFundMe was started, and it raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now there's an update. So hold on. We'll do that first, then early morons in the news. It's all next here on the MJ Morning Show. And don't forget, 8 o'clock or so this morning, we'll fire up the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, and your chance to win up to $1,000. Just listen, call in, and win. It's that easy. My friends at the...
Q105.
6:42 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew here. Early morons in the news. Seconds away. First, though, I promised I get into the Burger King guy. A follow-up. Remember, we were fascinated by this. This guy got a whole lot of play. It kind of went national. This was a viral story, and it had to do with a dude by the name of Kevin Ford. And good old Kev worked at a Burger King at the Las Vegas airport. It used to be called, McCarran International. Now it's, Harry Reid International Airport in Vegas. And he worked at a Burger King in the food court at one of the terminals at the airport. 27 years. And I can't remember how the story got out, but there was a big story that he never missed a day in 27 years. And to celebrate his 27th anniversary, they gave him like a bag of candy.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for working here at Burger King for 27 years. Here's a bag of candy. I think he got a little backpack or something. But come on.
Yeah, bag of candy. Go rot your teeth out.
So 27 years. Shouldn't you get a little more than a bag of candy and trinkets? I think they give him like what else? What is he holding up in that picture?
Just tchotchkes.
They gave him movie tickets. That's right.
Oh, great.
He got a Regal Cinema movie ticket.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And he got a Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he got a bag of Reese. He got 2 packs of Lifesavers and some Reese's Pieces. Yeah, I mean, it was really just a paltry offering for... Oh, and the backpack he got was one of those really cheap, clear backpacks. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a purse you have to bring into a stadium or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they gave him all his tchotchkes in. So the story got out that he hadn't missed a day of work in 27 years at the Burger King. So somebody started a GoFundMe for him. So you know what the total is? You know how much? Do you know how much was raised on the GoFundMe for the guy?
How much?
$462,000.
That's awesome. Good.
He's now leaving Burger King. That's the update. Now, this story went hugely viral like 2 years ago. Is when the story was it like a year
22, 23?
Yeah, I think it was in 2022 is when the story went viral, and he's now finally leaving Burger King. He's opening up a food truck with his daughter.
Good for him.
So he's going to use some of the $462,000 from GoFundMe after they chinched him out. So he's leaving. He's not going to make 20. He's not going to make 30 years. 27, maybe 29 years, maybe.
I don't
right?
think there was a retirement plan for him if he did hit the big 3-0.
Yeah. So that's the update on the dude.
Good for him.
So over $450,000, $462,000 in GoFundMe money.
Wow.
And I guess that'll buy you a nice food truck, huh?
Oh, yeah, it will.
Yeah. You want to see a great movie about a food truck, go watch the movie Chef.
I've seen it. It's good.
Chef is a funny movie, especially the molten lava cake scene. That's hysterical. And, a little tip here, little sidebar. The movie Chef is what got Julian, my son, really interested in filmmaking. Funny story. We were out in Denver, and I arrived in Denver. It was summertime. We were doing something out. We were doing a summer trip out there, and I flew to Denver with Julian, and Michelle, for some reason, was like 12 hours behind us on a whole different flight. So we had 12 hours to kill before we picked Michelle up back at the airport at Denver International. And I said, Julian, what do you want to do? We got 12 hours. I said, hey, why don't we go grab lunch in Wyoming? So,
yeah, right?
Seriously.
Yeah, it's like an hour north, right?
We grabbed the rental car, and we just got on I-25, and we drove to Wyoming. We literally, we went to Cheyenne. We had lunch, and then we drove back, and we're like, hey, we have time for a movie. We had tons of time. Let's go stop for a movie. And Julian wanted to see one of the superhero movies, and I can't remember which one it was, and we missed it. So we were like 20 minutes late getting to the theater for that. And then the other movie that was getting ready to play was Chef, and it was rated R. I'm like, oh, don't tell your mom. I'm going to take you to an R movie. And it turned out to be incredible because that kind of set Julian's path. He saw the movie Chef, loved it, and got really interested in filmmaking after I took him to see Chef when he was like, I don't know, like 11 years old, maybe 12. It was young. So, I mean, that kind of set. And Julian is now at the NYU Film School, getting ready to start it. Oh, and he got an email yesterday. He made the dean's list.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like a 3.77 GPA. I'm like, holy crap, I'm proud of this kid.
Good for you. Good for him.
Amazing. All right, early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. I didn't get to this yesterday. Did you see the dude in the stolen car that was fleeing deputies in Pinellas down in Holmes Beach is
Bradenton.
Yeah, so that's Manatee.
Yeah.
So I guess, did it start in Pinellas? So this dude, this is crazy. A guy speeding from deputies in a stolen car drives into a tennis court and gets trapped by the whole fencing and everything.
That will stop a car.
What a
Wow.
schmuck.
I mean, to have your car wrapped in chain link
Yeah.
fence, you're not going very far.
No.
24-year-old guy arrested, accused of stealing a car, leaving the scene of a hit and run, failing to stop for law enforcement, and crashing into a fence, driving through a tennis court. Dominic Garcia also facing charges of battery on a person 65 or older operating a motor vehicle without a valid license, according to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. What a mess.
Come on, Dom. What are you doing?
Yeah, so the police got involved in the pursuit. It was about 6 a.m. Wednesday morning after reports came in that a black Ford Expedition fled the scene of a traffic crash. Then a Manatee County Sergeant, Brett Getman, spotted the vehicle, then started to pursue the vehicle. You know, he lit him up, turned on the lights and sirens, got behind him, and, well, guy speeds right toward the fence in front of a condo community's tennis court and tried to drive right through the fence of the tennis court, and it just hung him up.
You don't always bust through the fence.
Yeah, the fence. I mean, you know, you see in the TV and the movies, they always bust right through the chain link fences and everything, and the gates fly open. They bust the chains and the locks and everything.
Chain link is very moldable.
Yeah, guess what? This thing caught him like a spider web.
When I first saw the picture of the car with the chain link fence wrapped around it,
Idiot.
I thought it was like some new police technology where they cast that net or something and stop him.
Hey, early reports were that he was driving 80 miles an hour in a 15-mile-an-hour zone. That's typically like a school zone, 15 miles an hour. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe like an elderly, retirement community speed zone or something. Man, that's nuts. Yeah, so the Holmes Beach Police and the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, they all part of the investigation. What a mess. Stole the car in Palmetto. I thought this began in southern Pinellas. I guess I was wrong. That's something else. But that's what you call a moron in the news. Hey, I'm going to get away from the deputies and the cops that are chasing me. I'm going to drive right through this chain link fence, go through the tennis court.
It looks like Spider-Man caught him.
Yeah.
Like it just wrapped the whole car in a web and stopped it.
That's exactly what happened. It's 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. The world-famous 7 o'clock hour starts in a couple of minutes. Hey, I've got a breakfast alert. A doctor is telling you that you should not eat this for breakfast. Now, there are a couple other facets to the story, but this I found this very, very interesting. This is something that you otherwise would think is really, really healthy, but you got to hear what a doctor is recommending you do not eat for breakfast. And it's very, very common. People do this all the time. So do you think you're getting a benefit, but you think you're eating this healthy item, but this healthy item, it detracts from the benefit? If I'm not making total sense here, trust me, I will next. This will all become crystal clear here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh. right, here we go. 7:01 at the MJ Morning Show, and you are now at the beginning of the world-famous 7 o'clock hour. Why? Because it includes the hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. About 7:25 every morning, we launch it. 1 hour and 20 minutes nonstop content. No one does this. Nobody in town. I don't know if anyone in the country does this. 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop content for your entertainment pleasure. All right, listen to this. As many people are getting ready to, start the day, you're going to school, you're going to work, and a lot of folks are doing the breakfast thing right now, or you just did breakfast. Check this out. Listen to this. A doctor is suggesting that you don't eat this combination. There's a particular food that he calls a big, huge breakfast mistake, and he warns his patient. I had no idea this was a thing. Now, this comes from a California stomach doctor, also known as
a gut doctor.
Well, gut doctor, I guess.
Gastro.
Keep coming.
Gastroenterologist.
What? Say it again.
Gastroenterologist.
Listen, you're very, very close.
Gastroenterologist.
So,
I think.
It's a gastroenterologist.
Enterologist.
Yeah. So a stomach doctor, gastroenterologist. This dude is from California, Dr. Surabha Sethi.
Okay.
So he's the California stomach guy. He's a gastroenterologist. And he's suggesting that you cut this particular food, which, we all have been told this is very healthy. And you know what? It is. It is a good, healthy food. It's great to give you a good old jam up of some energy. Also, potassium. This item is really big in potassium. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what it is.
What am I talking about?
A banana.
That's right. All right. But here's the deal.
I thought it was pancakes.
So bananas are fine, but he's saying when you eat bananas in combination with something else, that they're working against each other. Listen, I was last night year old when I first found. Seriously.
But bananas with cereal?
I was last night years old when I heard about. No, it's not.
I put bananas in cereal.
Yeah, I think that's okay. But here, listen to this. So the doctor is saying that you should cut bananas from a certain morning preparation.
A yogurt fart.
A smoothie.
Yes. Come on. Did you see this?
No.
What else do you put bananas
what
in?
else would you put them in?
Are you pulling?
I'm reading about the Rays stars separated in the dugout after a screaming match. I have nothing on my screen related to bananas.
She's reading about stories we are going to cover.
No,
yes.
But this is the deal. The doctor is saying, don't put bananas in your smoothie because the bananas are taking away the effects of the other items like the berries in your smoothie. He says, and this is
what?
Listen,
a banana masks a blueberry?
No, listen to me. He says, quote, I commonly see my patients make this mistake. Adding bananas to your smoothies might be doing more harm than good. Bananas contain higher levels of polyphenol oxidase.
Oh, yes.
And what that does is that reduces the amount of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory flavonols that are in some of the berries that you're putting into your smoothie.
So the problem is the banana berry combo. Think how often we combine bananas and berries.
Oh, listen.
How about a fruit cup?
Well, how a banana blueberry smoothie? Those are delicious.
Yeah,
But what he's saying is that you are. Fessy, you've never had a healthy smoothie in your life.
I was going to make a banana and berries joke, which was going to be like a wiener joke.
Oh,
but,
come on.
Yeah, so
Really?
I was trying to squeeze that in.
You should have squeezed it in.
I was going to say, I've been encouraging people to look at my banana and berries for years.
All right, come on, dude.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. It wasn't a funny joke.
You should have kept that to yourself.
That's what they say after they see my banana and berries.
So again, the bananas have the high levels of polyphenol oxidase, if I'm saying that properly, and that reduces the beneficial aspects of the flavonols, these antioxidants that are in like the blueberries and other berries. So the flavonols are found in blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and very common smoothie ingredients. But then, you're like, oh man, let me put a healthy banana, man, delicious banana flavor. I've got all kinds of potassium, but it's the other natural chemical in the banana it's kind of like it's kicking the berries in the crotch, essentially.
You know, I knew there were some food combos that help you absorb certain things better. Did you know when you eat protein, you should also eat vitamin C at the same time? Because together, I forget if it makes the vitamin C absorbed better or if it makes the protein absorbed better.
Say that again. Which one?
It's a good protein combined with vitamin C. So like chicken and orange juice. I mean, that doesn't really go well together, but that works well together. Opposite of what we're talking about here with the bananas canceling out the berry.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Canceling out.
The berry benefits.
The bananas cancel out the berry benefits, according to this stomach doctor in Southern California. And then what just came to mind? Like grapefruit. There are certain drugs that you're not supposed to.
Because of the acidicness or the citric acidness?
I don't think it's oranges. It's like grapefruit. Fessa, just Google it. There's some drug that if you take grapefruit and drug interaction or something, it's like
grapefruit juice and some drugs don't mix according to the BDA.
Is it like Crestor and like the cholesterol drugs?
Zocor?
Yeah, there you go.
Some drugs.
Yeah, the statins. So Zocor and Crestor and
lower cholesterol, high blood pressure drugs.
Yeah.
Organ transplant rejection drugs.
So listen, there's a list of things that you're not supposed to like have grapefruit or grapefruit juice with.
Oh,
anyway,
it's fine to have with Viagra.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know that firsthand, but my grandfather told me.
He did not.
Yeah, he's like, let me tell you.
We get you.
Have a nice glass of grapefruit juice.
Your grandfather was not alive when Viagra came out.
Sure, he died like in what did he die? Like in 2008.
Okay, all right. So Viagra was out.
He used it for like 6 years. It was the best thing ever.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Grandma wanted nothing to do with it.
Papa Fester was popping Viagras.
Hey.
Wait. So he was popping Viagras, but your grandma wanted nothing to do with it. So
get that away from me.
What was he going to Backpage?
Your grandfather over there. Look at him.
All right,
blue pills.
That's enough. Thank you.
Look at his banana and berries.
All right, stop, Fester.
Jeez. It all comes around.
All right. So bananas, keep them out of your berry smoothies because they're working against each other. How about that? All right, are you ready for the happy story of the day? 7:09 here at the MJ Morning Show. Don't forget, we do the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher in about an hour, sometime after 8 o'clock. We'll tell you when to call in, what number caller to be. And if you're the right caller, you get to fire up the Inflation Smasher, and you will win up to $1,000. There's nothing less than $500. It could be $1,000 when you smash that glass. And that's coming up in the 8 o'clock hour right here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, I got to share this stuff. This is crucial. This is a public service to enhance your life. So what can be done? What can you engage in that will boost your happiness more than having a great job that you love? So that's the example. So if you do this, if you engage in this activity, the claim is that it boosts happiness more than really loving your job.
If this is something dumb like getting fresh air, I'm leaving.
It's pretty dumb.
Okay.
Laugh? Is it laugh?
Truth and average. It is not laugh. It is not laugh.
Is it? It's have a grateful journal.
What? A what?
Like a
gratitude journal.
Gratitude journal, yeah.
Or a grateful journal.
Yeah.
Hold on. What the hell is a
journal?
What is a gratitude journal?
A gratitude journal is a...
Stop talking like that. Why are you talking like
because
that?
Because that's how the person sounded on like this YouTube reel where I saw it. It's like, so I woke up this morning and I filled out my gratitude journal and I realized how blessed I am to live on a planet that has a sun.
Did you take the 110 to the 405 to the 5?
Is it something like that?
Did you go to Malibu?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I just wanted to say how thankful I am for fresh air.
It has nothing to do with fresh air.
Okay.
Is it looking at the sunrise? Speaking of fresh air.
It is not. It's an actual physical activity.
Is it walking on the grass with no shoes on?
Oh, yeah. Grounding. Is it grounding?
No, it's a physical activity that you actually do with your hands.
Is it cat's cradle?
What?
Cat's cradle.
What?
You know, the string, and you do the designs with it. My kids do that all day.
That's still around? I haven't heard about that
so
since
fun.
I was 5 years old.
Who doesn't love a
Where you
good
do
cat's cradle?
Really?
Yes. Yeah, you can do Eiffel Tower. You can do witch's broom. You can do teacup. You know.
Oh, my God.
What?
He's
it
talking
that?
about doing things with your hands that make you feel good, and you're talking about Eiffel Towers, and I just want to. I'm recusing myself from the rest of the segment.
All right, you ready?
Witch's broom.
All right, here's the answer. The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. All right, so here it is. No, I'm just mumbling.
I just want to keep
Right.
guessing. How long do you think we go on with the guesses for?
Stop guessing. It's the guessing is
Is
over.
it thumb wrestling?
All right, no, it's not thumb wrestling.
With our hands.
All right. Arts and crafts.
So is that would Roxanne's
Yeah.
yarn thing would fall into that?
I'm the closest.
What have we talked about recently or in the last year or two? Like this influx of adult coloring books? That's one of the things suggested, that if you perform arts and crafts, that you will be happier. Your happiness level will be boosted more when you participate in arts and crafts than if you have a good job.
Because you're creating something. You're not asking Chat GPT for the answer to it.
Yeah, I understand that.
If you want to boost your happiness and your life satisfaction, engage in some kind of arts and crafts activity, including an adult coloring book.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? I'm miserable at my job. You know what? I'm going to go to Michael's. I'm going to get some popsicle sticks, Elmer's glue, and little ceramic tiles, and I'm going to glue together one of those trivets.
Yeah.
You ever make
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Good trivet.
When you're like
handmade trivet.
You're
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 years old and you make a trivet.
Mhm.
You know? So mom can put the hot pot on the trivet made out of popsicle sticks and some little bitty tiles and Elmer's glue. What the hell? Hey, listen, I'm just bringing you the crap that I find out there, folks.
So if I did paper mache once every couple of weeks, I'd be a lot happier.
Bingo.
Yeah,
Paper
yeah.
mache. There you go. Maybe knitting, maybe, who knows?
Paper mache does have a funky smell, though, so that might not make you as happy.
I've always wanted to eat paper mache while I'm making it.
I bet.
It's
I
not,
bet.
it's not like that. That paper mache glue smell is just, you know.
Does it for you?
Smells good. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, folks, if you're unhappy in life, just find some arts and craft, paint, color, whatever. I remember when I was, you know what's coming back to me? These weird arts and crafts when I was a kid. There was something where you used to take like wire hangers and bend them into like flower shapes and then dip it in some kind of like
Wax or something?
No, it wasn't wax. It was like a goop, like a colorful, like rainbowy goop. It's like arts and crafts that I think are now extinct. Anyway, there you go. That's your happiness tip of the day. If you're hating life, just go to Michael's and find some arts and crafts project to do, and you're just going to be happier than a pig in. All right, 7:15 at the MJ Morning Show. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Oh, you know what I got to bring up, and hopefully I can get him before he gets on his flight. Julian says, "Hey, Dad, I want to order this." And then he proceeds to show me this item that he wants to order. And I'm like, what the living freak are you talking about? You're not going to believe this. Julian, my son, wants to order a particular item off of some website, and I don't know why. He says, "Dad, just good to have. You never know." I'm like, what? All right, I'm going to lead with that because Julian's getting ready to fly back to Manhattan, so he's at Tampa International right now. All right, hang on. We're loaded. I can't even scratch the surface of what's coming up next, but trust me, it's an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show in minutes, so stand by. I'm an extreme... So doing it right now. An hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ begins right now. Also, don't forget, a little after 8 o'clock, we'll play the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher again. listen. I'll tell you what number caller to be. If you are that caller, you get to play the game, and you'll win up to $1,000 in cash as we're just helping out a bit, trying to bust the hell out of high prices and the inflation we've all experienced over the last couple of years. The MJ Morning Show Inflation Smash, we're just handing out cold, hard cash. And your chance literally to call in a little after 8 o'clock and play the game to see how much money you win. Could be up to $1,000, nothing less than $500 cash. No clunker prizes, like a pack of gum or something. Simple as that. All right, I got to get Julian on the phone, my son. Julian hits me up yesterday. He sends me a text, Dad, I'm going to order this. And I look at it, I'm like, what the living what? So I'm like, Dad, you never know when you might need it. I'm like, you're not going to believe what this. You want me to tell you what it is, Fester?
Please.
Julian found some website that sells master keys for heavy equipment.
Wow.
There's like a set of 44 keys. And I'm like, what?
That could totally come in handy, dude.
What? When you're passing by a construction site and there's a Caterpillar D9 bulldozer that you just want to take for a spin?
Yes. I mean, heavy equipment wouldn't be a dump truck. It'd be like backhoes and bulldozers.
Let me go to the website. The website is equipkeyco.com. And I don't know where the hell he found this. Shop now. Heavy equipment master key set. So he wants to order a 44.
I mean, how much is this? I would guess. Don't tell me the price. I would guess it's $79.
You're very, very close. Let me. There are multiple. You can buy like the 30 key set. You can buy the 44 key set. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Why does my 20-year-old kid want to buy a master key set for heavy equipment? Like, I'll give you an example.
Is this it right here? Did I find it?
Yes, you did. All right, that's the 42 keys.
What a deal!
It's on sale for $99, marked down from $135. Master heavy equipment key set. 42 keys, and it comes with a canvas carrying bag.
I don't see how you lose. I mean, someday this will be the most important asset you have, or you can resell it.
These keys work on Bobcat, Case, Caterpillar, Genie, Heister, JCB, JLG, Komatsu, Kobelco, Kubota, Toyota, Volvo. These are for heavy equipment.
It fits over 5,000 different machines, all major brands.
Why the hell does my son Julian want to buy? Nothing good can come out of this. All right, hang on a minute. He's at Tampa International right now waiting for his Delta flight back to LaGuardia. Calling up Julian, who should be at the gate right now. It's probably at
all right, hold on.
67 or 68.
They also have...
Good morning.
Good morning, Julian.
They also have a key ring of the most popular 14 keys for $12.
Julian, what gate are you at right now?
I'm at gate E67.
Oh, I said 67 or 68. Boom, I got it. All right, so, Julian, what did you think my reaction was going to be when you sent me a text saying, Dad, I want to order this? And it's a link to a heavy equipment master key set. What do you think my reaction was going to be?
I thought you would sit on it for like 20 minutes and then pull the trigger on it.
All right. Why do you want to order a master key set that starts heavy construction equipment?
I mean, hey, one day you never know. Maybe you just want to go get yourself a bulldozer and put some metal sheets on there and fill it with concrete. And I mean, man, you never know. It could be useful.
It's called grand theft.
Grand theft, man, theft.
Grand theft bulldozer. I'm like, what is this kid thinking? All right, Julian, are you really going to order this 44 key set?
I mean, it's on sale. It's like $40 off right now. Honestly, the only thing that's stopping me is I don't want the Velcro case or whatever it comes with.
Well,
that's a waste, and that's how they're making their profit.
You think they're making their profit off the Velcro case?
Yeah, because they only sell the highest key one, the 42 one, they sell with the case only. And
Right.
then the 32 one, they sell with case or without the case.
I think some
So
of the
it's kind of
keys are a
annoying.
little. I think some of the keys might be a little more obscure.
Unbelievable. Julian, I don't think you need to order a heavy equipment, construction equipment master key set. I don't know what.
You don't think it's a good idea to hop on a crane in New York City?
No, I don't think it's a good
You're,
idea.
MJ,
No.
you're right. He's around a disproportionately high amount of heavy equipment in the city.
This is
This
felonious.
is the time of my life.
This
Should be a pivot point.
You're going to be booked down at the legendary fictitious 27th precinct. All right, Julian.
Would they send him to Rikers?
That's right. Julian at Rikers Island. Yeah, because he fired up some piece of construction
Julian,
equipment.
listen, I got to tell you right now, no offense, you're not built for Rikers.
Hey, did you know
I
that?
don't think so either.
Fester, did you know this was an option, that there's a company selling master keys to start construction equipment for some, bulldozers, some, front end loaders, some crane?
I'm getting a text from some people who says one key will start any piece of Caterpillar equipment.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez.
You just turn.
Yeah.
You know what? That's not very comforting. That anyone could just use a key to start a huge Caterpillar bulldozer and just drive through your neighborhood and run through people's houses?
No, not really good safety measures
Yeah.
and controls.
I mean, hey, killdozer, concrete, metal sheets.
Hey, how about the documentary? Remember the guy that went nuts in Colorado and smashed up the whole town?
He
Right.
destroyed town hall. He had AC TV signal. He had CCTVs in there.
Yeah, he did.
He could have been in there for
Hey,
so long.
what's the name of that documentary? Because it really is worth a shot to watch. You remember what that was?
I mean, it's nicknamed Killdozer.
Yeah, the
so.
Killdozer. That's right. All right, Julian, I got to run. Have a great flight, all right?
Alrighty, awesome. I will let you know when I land.
What boarding group are you on Delta this morning?
I'm Zone 8.
Oh, that sucks. That's the last damn one.
Yeah.
You
I'm
bought
hoping-
it. Yeah, you
But I bought basic.
yeah, you got a cheap flight because you just have a carry-on, right?
Yeah.
Or not even a carry-on. You have just a under the seat deal, right?
Well, I don't know if my duffel will fit underneath the seat. It might, depending
Okay.
on which seat I'm at.
All right, buddy. Have a good flight.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you when you get to New York.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go buy those keys.
Goodbye.
It's not a bad investment, Julian. I got to tell you right now.
Come on. He doesn't need a master key
I mean,
set
I
for
wouldn't buy the 42. The 42 seems really, really.
But if you buy the 42, you're pretty much covered on anything you find on a construction site.
I mean, you buy the 11, you're pretty much covered. He doesn't need 5,000 pieces of equipment.
they're paving a road. It's Sunday morning. They're going to start back up on Monday, and the steamroller is just sitting off the side of the road. Grab the key and fire it up.
I'm watching footage from the guy who drove the bulldozer through that town.
Oh, but what's the...
It's
It's
from
like
the
a-
Discovery Channel.
Yeah, but Michelle and I watched it on Netflix. It is... What's the name of the documentary?
The guy's name was Marvin Heemeyer.
Yeah, Heemeyer. Marvin Heemeyer.
I typed in Killdozer as my
Yeah.
search term and it pulled him up.
Is that the name of the documentary? Because that, I'm telling you, folks, this is the craziest documentary. You got to watch this thing. Last I remembered,
Yeah, the true story of the Killdozer.
yeah, the Killdozer. Find the documentary. A couple of years ago, Michelle and I watched it on Netflix, and it is riveting. The guy got pissed off at the town and the town council, and he built this bulldozer in secret, like a Mad Max armor-plated bulldozer, and he just proceeded to mow through like the mayor's. Oh, it's called Tread. Thank you, Andrew. All right, it's called Tread.
They have the full movie right now on YouTube. I just started.
Oh
it.
wow, look at this thing.
I'm going
All
to
right.
unplug for the next hour and 20 minutes and
Hey,
watch this.
a quick little follow-up on something. So I posted a little picture of Pat George, our traffic guy's license plate, on my Instagram yesterday.
Yes.
On Certified MJ Radio, I posted a picture of Pat's rear license plate. I blurred out, the digits on the license plate, but I just wanted to demonstrate, and I brought Pat in, and I said, Pat, you're breaking the law on something here. And some people were like, okay, MJ, you Karen. What are you talking about?
It's a law.
I was trying to inform Pat so he doesn't get pulled over.
You're exploiting him.
And what do you mean I'm exploiting him?
You're exploiting him for your Instagram.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to be a good citizen.
See, this is what we're dealing with other people.
You know what?
Exploiting Pat?
You're probably one of the ones under some fake Instagram handle calling me a Karen in the comments.
Yeah, I have 10 fake Instagram accounts that I just troll you with.
I'm sure you do. All right.
I knew it.
So,
Not everyone is out to get you, MJ.
but what is wrong with people? Seriously, I post the picture of Pat's license plate. I'm like, this is illegal. I cited the Florida statute. I only brought this up and I posted it to prevent Pat and listeners like you, if you have this going on with your license plate. I'm just trying to make sure you don't get pulled over and get a ticket. I'm just trying to help. And I got some people calling me a Karen. Okay, Karen. The deal is that if you have a license plate frame or any of the covers, they're illegal. So the license plate frame that sits only on the perimeter and doesn't cover any of the license plate, those are okay. And a lot of the car dealerships now have to modify and go to much smaller frames when the car dealer puts their car dealer name on the license plate frame. So they had to go to smaller plate frames because the traditional plate, or if you have like a Knowles plate or a Gators plate, a lot of times they cover up the county on the bottom, or they'll cover up Florida on the top, and that is illegal. They can pull you over for this. And I was just trying to offer a public service and say, hey, folks, hey, heads up. You wouldn't even know about this. And I just want to prevent you from getting pulled over and getting a ticket. And then some people are saying, oh, MJ, you Karen. I said, little follow-up on that. And you can't have those smoked covers because a lot of people think they're going to, outsmart the traffic light cameras, the speed cameras, the toll booth cameras by like having the smoke. Those are illegal. And in fact, if you want to know, according to the statute, even if you have a totally crystal clear cover over your license plate, that technically is against state law here in Florida, and you can get cited for that. The other thing that people are doing is these wraps, and they're like kits, or you can have it done where you take a regular license plate, a Florida plate, and they put a coating on top of it, and they change the plate.
They alter the color.
It still says Florida, but it's not an official plate from DMV, and those are illegal as well. And I saw another story, Florida Highway Patrol and the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office issued warnings to drivers with Florida license plates that have been airbrushed, vinyl wrapped, or customized. Such alterations violate legal requirements under Florida law. This was a story on Action News out of Jacksonville. Again, it's Florida Code 320.061. It prohibits the unlawful alteration of Florida license plates. Heads up.
Thanks for the code.
All right, I'm just trying to help you, the listener, folks. I'm not being MJ Karen here. I'm just trying to help you out so you don't get a damn ticket. All right, next. What do you do if you're sitting at a restaurant, and this is a specific restaurant, but this could happen anywhere. What do you do when you're sitting in the restaurant and 10 minutes goes by, for instance, nobody comes up to you? You're seated, and then no server comes up. You're not greeted. You're not handed the menu, whatever. What do you do? In this case,
I know what you do.
this happened at Buffalo Wild Wings. Customer waited 10 minutes for the server to take their order. So what did they decide to do?
I would just go in the kitchen, start cooking myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, give me that pan over there,
I'll
Chef.
help out. You guys are busy today.
I'll help out.
All right, listen to this. This is a little social media video that was put up. It's circulating around. Karina Heredia went to Buffalo Wild Wings recently and was seated. Nothing after being seated. No server, no nothing. And this individual, Karina, says that this is her go-to tactic now when she goes to a restaurant and the server doesn't come up to them in a timely fashion. 10 minutes is way too long.
Way too long.
What do you think Karina does now if she's waiting too long at the table before she's seen by a server?
She makes a scene? Starts smoking? I don't know what.
Takes her top off.
Yeah, I'd take forever to get to her table if I knew that was the case.
But then you'd get right over.
Listen to what Karina's does. Karina grabs her cell phone. And Karina calls the restaurant on the phone from the table.
Hey, I'm over at the table in the corner.
So, hello, Buffalo Wild Wings. Can we help you? Yes, hi. I'm sitting in the rear right corner and nobody is coming to my table. How about that for a tactic? If the service is lousy, you call the restaurant from your table and say, hey, can you send somebody to my table, please? I'm sitting here for 10 minutes. So Karina says that after being ignored by the waitstaff for 10 minutes, she pulled out her cell phone, called the restaurant while sitting there. That's great. She said that there was no server in sight. Anyway, the video has gone viral, and I guess this is not the only place that she's waited at. What do you think? According to restaurant owners and the general consensus, once you're seated, what do you think the acceptable amount of time is for a server to come to the table, greet you, take a drink order, hand you some menus, whatever? What do you think is acceptable? Let me put it this way. It shouldn't take any longer than blank for you to be addressed by a server.
Yeah, I have a number in mind.
All right, what do you think it is?
I think 2 minutes.
Boom, right on the money. All right.
I mean, just enough time to get settled in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But MJ, you said how long should it take them to come to your table, bring you a menu? Like sometimes when you're seated, you're already looking at the menus. If you have the menus to look at, you can take a little time.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 minutes is the right answer, but if it went a little bit longer and you have your menu, okay.
Well, we're talking about you don't have the menu. For you to be seated and greeted. Look at that. Seated and greeted. It should take no longer than 2 to 3 minutes for the servers to make contact and address the patrons that were just seated at the table. And then 3 to 4 minutes is the maximum amount of time for a drink to be set down. So 3 to 4 minutes, you should have a drink, whether it's water or, you order a soft drink or whatever. Hey, speaking of drinks, I have something. Let me see if I can find this. I wasn't going to do this right here, but this will actually, hang on, let me find this. This is really an interesting story about drinking at a restaurant and, when you should and what you should drink. Let me see if I can find this. If not, oh, here we go. I got it. This works out very. This kind of fits in nicely. There are certain drinks, and I bet folks didn't really know this. So, food and beverage experts like sommeliers and those that know the restaurant business well, there are certain drinks that you should not have before dinner. Do you know why?
Because it ruins your palate?
It does.
Oh, I was just guessing.
No, Fester, you're 100% right.
As soon as you said sommelier, I was thinking some uppity answer. Like,
I tell you what, you're getting a lot of things right these days.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry.
Or in the last hour.
Yeah. I mean, these last few
days, I
guess
don't know.
2 things happen to be back to back.
Seriously, that it is suggested that you don't go with the heavy alcohol, high alcoholic beverage volume drinks up front because they can have a damaging effect on the palate and actually throw off your taste for the food. So the recommendation is that you have the heavier drinks like vodka, whiskeys, rums, bourbon, scotches, that you have those after your meal or toward the back end of your meal.
Is this really breaking news? I mean, look at the stuff you eat when you're drunk. Of course you can't really appreciate it. You know what?
I love a good bourbon or whiskey. I love great wine. I consider myself above average when it comes to, being a wine connoisseur. But what happens if you front load your meal with the heavier, high alcoholic beverages, these, the distilled beverages, you're screwing with the palate, and it's going to throw the food flavor off. So you're not going to get the best taste bud receptor feedback from heavy drink. It's going to screw with your food, but it's also, if you're ordering wine, it's also going to mess with the fact that you ordered a great bottle of wine and you want to enjoy the nuances of the wine.
See, Fester, I think this is breaking news because I find that when I go out to dinner, oftentimes the people I'm with will say, let's have a drink first, and they'll order a cocktail.
Right.
With like the appetizers or even before the appetizers get there. And then, we'll have wine with the dinner. So this is saying don't do that.
Exactly. If you want hard drinks, save those for later. The recommendation is if you do want a drink prior to dinner before wine, they're recommending that you go with an aperitivo. For instance, an Aperol Spritz, Negroni are recommended. Also, the heavy sugary drinks, you should also avoid those as well. So the cocktails with heavy sugar, those will also screw with your taste buds.
I don't know.
It's a temporary numbing effect that can reduce your ability to discern the intricate flavors and aromas in the wine that you have during dinner, and also the taste of the food that you're eating.
See, I'm never going to go to dinner and have wine with my meal, and then when I'm done, say, okay, give me a shot of tequila, I'm never going to do that because after I've finished my food and my wine, I just want to go to bed. Right?
Liquor before hard, you're in the yard. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
I don't know.
What's that
I
expression?
forgot what it is. Liquor before, is it before or after?
Liquor before-
Wine feeling fine?
Hard before liquor before
Makes
beer.
you sicker is the ending.
You're in the yard or in the clear.
Beer before liquor makes you sicker.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like. Hey, so I know Michelle is listening, and Michelle likes to have an old fashioned before we have wine.
Exactly.
But again, Michelle, my lovely wife, I know you're listening right now because you dropped off Julian at the airport. You're not supposed to do that. That it's messing with your palate. Yeah. All right, I got to do
Wait.
Yeah.
I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Will you say this, Fester, please?
She's writing down
This
a
is
joke.
the only poem I know. That's the only one I know.
What?
Liquor up front, poker in the rear.
What?
Like,
all right, I'm dumping that.
It's like a bar, like a casino.
I just dumped that.
Like a casino. Like the bar is up in the front of the casino, so there's liquor in the front of the casino, and then there's gambling, there's poker in the back.
I just dumped that.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. Right.
I just dumped that from the show.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my! It lives on MJTV and the podcast, but I dumped that off the federally regulated airwaves of WRBQ FM Tampa, a Beasley Media Group station at 104.7 FM.
If I opened a casino, that is the layout I would go with. The bar's in the front, the gambling's in the back.
With an effective radiated power of 100,000 watts, but a tower that's way too short. All right, moving on. We got to do a phone test here. Now, I can't do this because I don't have an iPhone.
Oh.
I want to crash your iPhone right now.
All
right. Fester, you're the guinea pig on this.
Fine. Let's crash it.
Saw this last night. I had no idea. Warning. Do not type these characters on your iPhone or it will crash. Is this true?
Don't. All right. What is it?
All right, here's the deal. A web security researcher has issued a warning about a newly discovered bug that causes Apple iPhones and iPads to crash.
This isn't real.
Well, let's try it. Typing these 4 characters into the app library, accessed by swiping left several times, or the search bar in the settings app, causes devices to crash and then reload the lock screen. Do you understand what I'm not an Apple iPhone user, so
right,
I don't.
I have to go to settings, it sounds like, right?
Let me read this to you again. All right. In the app library, access by swiping left several times, or the search bar in the app settings. Can you get there?
Yes, I'm in settings.
All right, are you at the search bar?
Yeah, and there's a search bar, yes.
You're not supposed to type these digits.
All right.
Do not type these characters or it'll crash your phone. It's 2 double quotation marks. So find the double quotes and hit it twice. Let me know when you've done it.
Done.
Double quote.
So it looks like 4 little hashes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Is that in there?
Yes.
Okay. Now do 2 sets of colons, the 2 dots, colon. Colon.
Colon. It bumped me out.
Did it really?
Yeah. It took me back to my home screen.
So, wow.
So
Look at that.
dun.
So
Dun, dun.
are you locked out?
No, it took. I'm not locked out, but it took me out of anything I'm doing.
In some cases, the screen flashes black before the lock screen appears. This is because typing the characters triggers a bug in the latest version of iOS 17. Who the hell who figured this out?
Here, look at my screen. It's 1, 2, and
then the colon,
and it backed me
Oh
out.
wow, look at that.
Took me right out of the screen.
That's weird.
It didn't lock me out of the.
But it took you right
device.
out.
Right.
I guess different phones react differently. Some phones burst into flames, they say.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. It doesn't say that. But who figured that out?
Boy, I love nerds, man.
Man, just a total nerd fest. Did you see the picture of the woman that's tattooed almost over her entire body? You have got to. This is crazy. An Army veteran, a woman by the name of Esperance Fuerzina. She's 36 years old, from the bombed-out town of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Esperance?
Yeah, her name is Esperance. All you got to do is type in most tattooed woman.
Inked Army vet with, oh my God.
She's got a forked lizard tongue.
Okay.
Listen, folks, I'm telling you, this is worth the Google search.
Oh my God.
Oh my God is right.
That is so hot.
Just Google most tattooed woman. Roxanne.
Yes.
You're looking at her face. Andrew will also put it up on our website.
She looks. You know, Game of Thrones, when they all got a disease and their skin was falling off, it turned gray before it came off. That's what she looks like. Remember that?
I do. Andrew is going to put the link also on our website at mjmorningshow.com in stories heard or as heard on the MJ Morning Show. So mjmorningshow.com as heard, or you can just Google it. Just Google most tattooed woman, and several sources will come up. She is tattooed over 99.98% of her body.
She looks very reptilian.
Well,
right?
the forked lizard tongue kind of helps. She has all kinds of body modifications. She has like spikes and stuff underneath her skin, around her temples, her forehead. But her body is 99.98% tattooed. She's done this over the past 10 years. She's an Army veteran, and she's from Bridgeport, Connecticut. She started getting tattoos. Her first one was on her hip when she was 21 years old. She now holds the Guinness World Record for the most tattooed woman on the planet.
Well, yeah.
Ever. So I guess, I don't know who determined that there's only 0.02% of her body that's not tattooed.
Imagine her at your Thanksgiving table.
I am so turned on right now.
She has facial implants.
Yes.
She has piercing all over the place. She's got piercings on her gums, her nipples, her down there.
Sure.
She has tattoos on her scalp, the soles of her feet. She's tattooed on her eyelids, her gums, her tongue, which is also forked.
Oh, man.
Fess, are you really turned on by this?
I'd take
Does
her.
your wife have a tattoo? Does Allison have anything?
No.
Nothing?
She's like the honkiest woman ever.
Hey, honey, take a look at this. Can you emulate this, please?
Well, you always have an eye out for the exact opposite of what you have. I'll tell you, I'd take this one downtown. You know what I mean?
Hey, Roxanne, this is for you.
Okay.
What?
Oh, here's the video of her.
Oh, this video, it's crazy.
She just got herself an Instagram follower.
I mean,
she had a nipple removed.
Yeah,
Why?
There's a whole video that, and even her eyeballs are tattooed.
I want to hear her voice.
You want to hear? All right, go back to the beginning. This is the Guinness World Records official YouTube page of her speaking. Here, listen.
My body covered in tattoos is 99.98%.
She sounds normal.
Yeah, totally.
Probably one of the riskiest mods I have is the sclera tattooing. That was a pretty intense modification. I've also done ink staining in my tongue and my gums, as well as splitting my tongue, obviously. And then I have the 5 implants in my face that were done over 3 sessions in Phoenix, Arizona. And then I've had my ears, 3 different...
I mean, she sounds normal.
Yeah, imagine if she was taking your to-go order at a restaurant. You would think nothing.
She sounds normal. She doesn't look normal.
No.
Oh, my God. You got to see this.
Oh my God, she's fantastic.
Fester's getting freaking turned on over here.
Listen,
This is an idea for you and Allison, a little role
listen,
play.
Like,
the
you
idea-
Paint her up.
The idea is Allison stays home.
Hey, Fester, your wife is listening right now because she
Listen.
dropped off the kids just a little while ago at Carline.
Listen, I'm married, not blind.
Jeez.
Wow, this is something. Holy crap.
My God.
Speaking
Anyway,
of crazy tattoos,
right.
have you seen Machine Gun Kelly?
I mean, I know who he is.
Yeah,
I've seen him, yes.
Megan
Yeah.
Fox's husband.
My wife, speaking of tattoos and my wife, she told me that he is blacking out all of his tattoos. So he has large patches
Of black?
of black.
Really? Just
on
black
his-
ink?
Yes. And
Wow.
it's very freaky, where this woman has at least an artistic design over her whole body. He
Hey,
doesn't.
Roxanne, guess which fashion trend is coming back? It's being brought back by Generation Z. So the Gen Zers, born, 1997 to 2012, includes my daughter Chloe and Julian, both Generation Z. I thought it was just like a couple of months ago that I had read that this fashion trend is over. It's dead for now. But as we know, it all is cyclical. It comes and goes. You know, bell bottoms from the 70s then came back and all that crap. But guess which fashion trend I thought was over for a while, and now Generation Z is bringing it back.
It's got to be skinny jeans.
How do you know that?
I just guess.
Why do
because-
you guys are you guys like cheating and looking at my pile of crap?
No, we're
All right.
just really highly intelligent
All
people
right, so
here, Fester and I.
what do you know about skinny jeans coming back?
I know nothing except for on the show we've talked about how Gen Zers have gotten rid of skinny jeans because they don't find them comfortable enough. And so you see all these baggy jeans. So if you're saying it's swinging
Yeah.
the other way,
So-
logic would dictate that it would be skinny jeans are coming back.
Yeah, but again, I remember it wasn't too long ago that we did the story
Right.
that skinny jeans were out, and I guess the Gen Z folks were saying that they were uncomfortable because they're so tight. You know, they're grabbing your thighs. You know, the proverbial painted on jeans. And so the skinny jeans are coming back, and it's being ushered in by Gen Z.
I went to this kid's birthday party the other day, and one of the moms there had on skinny.
That's creepy. Oh, you brought your kids to the
She
kids'
brought
birthday.
the kids.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
You brought
that's like what I do.
I thought you just showed up by yourself to a
Yeah.
kid's birthday
Yeah.
party.
Hey,
All right.
happy
Hey.
7-year-old party.
Hey.
Good job, Hank.
And so when one of my close friends, it's her kid's party, and she's wearing these really cute tight jeans, and this other friend of ours who we're not as close with, and she's really like says crazy stuff, and I'm about to say it. She walks up and she goes, "Oh my God, I get a yeast infection just looking at those jeans."
What? Hold on. You were wearing the jeans?
No,
the
listen
hostess.
to- yeah, the hostess.
So the mother of the kid having the party
Uh-huh.
had jeans so tight she made that comment?
But they weren't really that tight. They were just regular jeans, skinny jeans.
Not according to the other
All right,
guests.
well, heads up. Skinny jeans are coming back thanks to Generation Z, who canceled skinny jeans just, it seems like, a couple of months ago. Now they're uncanceled. Insane.
It was a funny concept.
Insane. Hey, what is the dopiest name that you know of for a kid?
Cody.
Dopey.
Cody.
Hold on.
Cody.
Hold on. Everyone, one at a time.
Okay.
Dopey.
Hold on. What?
Dopey.
No.
All right.
That's a dwarf. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you know of any kids' names over the last number of years that you've heard and you're like, maybe you didn't say anything, but you're like, ooh, that's a. Why would you say Cody?
Cody is the dumbest name.
Cody is not. Cody is fine.
Cody is the dumbest name. The only name dumber is men who are named Guy. Like, you have the
Guy
dumbest,
Fieri.
dumbest parents ever.
You think Guy Fieri?
All guys named Guy. Name the kid Boy.
Is Guy short for something, or were they?
Guillermo.
I
Is
don't
it?
know.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
Williams.
I don't know. I don't know.
Guys that I know that are named Guy aren't Guillermo's. It's pretty specific.
All right.
Hey, I'm Guy. I'm like, oh, what a dumb name.
Listen to this. I'm asking about dumb names because a mother named her daughter after a piece of furniture and is now having regrets.
Ooh, what piece of end table?
This is from a Reddit thread that I saw. Mom is having big regrets and confessing now, and the daughter's grown. The daughter's like in her 20s now, and the mother's having, I guess, these regrets a couple of decades later. Apparently,
Did they name the kid Ottoman?
Love seat.
she was laying in bed after she and her significant other found out they were having a baby. She was 22 years old, laying in bed after they found out they were having a baby girl. They were trying to think of names. She looks over at the lamp on the end table or the dresser and says to her, I don't know if it was her husband, but the guy that impregnated her, the guy that she was having the baby with, she says, hey, what about shade? As in lampshade. They named the kid Lampshade. I'm sorry, named the kid Shade, but they spelled it differently. Shaide.
Oh.
Shade.
All right. I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm more bothered by the spelling
yeah.
because that's not
Shade.
doesn't make any sense. A teacher looking at that name, Shade.
Now, listen to this. Now she's regretting it all these years later. But this brought up others responding. And another woman said, I named my daughter after something that I saw while sitting on the toilet in the toilet stall at work.
Wow.
I think I'll give you a clue. It is a much more common and acceptable, and I think it's a very pretty name. So what name did a woman see while sitting on the toilet at work in the stall that then became her daughter's name?
I know.
Sanitary product dispenser.
No.
Hey, you're what do you think it is?
Isn't the name Kimberly a big toilet maker?
Kimberly Clark?
Is
Dude,
that it?
You're getting stuff right. What is going on? It's like the tumor is shrinking in your head. Yes, Kimberly. The lady named her kid Kimberly because she was staring at the
That's funny.
toilet paper dispenser that had Kimberly Clark on the toilet paper dispenser and said, I'm going to name my daughter Kimberly.
Every time you're in a public commode, look around, people. You'll see that Kimberly's probably watching you.
Well, there are different brands out there, but
Yeah.
one's
Kimberly.
I know I've seen the Kimberly Clark toilet paper dispensers in restrooms. Absolutely. So there you go. Goofy names. All right, 8:04 at the MJ Morning Show. I want to take some phone calls on. You know what? Let me do the contest first. I was a little late with the contest yesterday. Let me do the money now and then clear that out of the way because I have a couple of things that I want to take some phone calls on. And one of the things is the percentage of people that are fed up and are looking for a new job. And apparently it's the highest rate in years that people want to find a new job. So I want to take some calls on this in just a moment. Let's play the inflation smasher right now. You guys are communicating.
I got a text message from somebody whose friend is named Tia because the parents met at Tampa International Airport.
Are you serious?
A text message just rolled in. Dopey name. My lady's friend is named Tia because the parents met at the Tampa International Airport.
But technically it's TPA.
It's
because
it's always been TIA.
But the airport doesn't really. They've moved away from that.
Yeah, they have.
Just recently, it's been TPA.
Yeah,
In years past, it's always been TIA.
The code has always been TPA.
Now they're trying to go by the code.
Yeah, so now they're trying to get because a lot of people. You're right. If I think back 20 years ago,
it was always TIA.
People would say, "Yeah, we're going to TIA."
You're both right.
But they've gotten away from that,
True.
and now the airport uses TPA. They don't use. But anyway, I get what you're saying. All right, let's do.
Yeah.
Tia.
Yeah.
What wasn't there a Mexican chain called Tia's?
Yeah, Tia's Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's where I thought they got it
Are they
from at
still
first.
around?
They were. I know there was one in Clearwater.
Well,
right?
hey, guess what?
Yeah, in 1997.
Well,
Yeah.
guess what? The place where I get my gas mostly, the Walmart, which, hey, Walmart, can you guys become a top-tier fuel? You know, Walmart and Sam's, they're not on the top-tier list with the highest quality detergents. But I lease my car, so I don't give a flying crap.
Who cares?
But here's but Costco, they're a top-tier gas. So Costco, they put in the really high-quality detergent in their gas, which makes it a top-tier fuel. But Sam's Club and Walmart, they do not. So come on, get with the game. Anyway, where I get a lot of the gas at the Walmart at 275 in Dale Mabry, wasn't that a Tia's Tex-Mex in the parking lot there years ago?
I mean, there was one in Brand. And now that I type it in there, I don't know that they're still around though.
Yeah. All right, let's go look at the phones. Phones, I haven't even officially solicited, but every line is ringing. Let's do the MJ Morning Show Cash Smasher right now. Let's play the game. Folks, it's officially called the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. You get to activate the Cash Smasher and see how much money's behind the glass. Let's go with caller number 105 for Q105. Caller 105 right now. You play the Cash Smasher. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I'm going to take caller number 105 right now to play the game. Your chance to win up to $1,000, never less than $500. We're just trying to help you out, folks. We're just trying to put some extra cash in your hand with inflationary pressures over the last couple of years, extremely high prices. Listen, the economy, in the real world, the economy is kind of iffy right now, and I just want to put some cash in your hand with the MJ Inflation Smasher. So caller 105 right now, 800-990-1047. What do you think one of the biggest turnoffs is when it comes to dating? And, you use a dating app and maybe you start communicating with somebody. Let's say you meet them. What do you think one of the biggest turnoffs is?
It's got to be bad breath.
No, it is not. Not
People
bad
like
breath.
that?
Nope, not bad breath. So a first impression, let me put it in context. The first impression, so let's say you meet somebody on a dating app or you meet them in a more conventional fashion. First impression wise, what has been determined to be the biggest turnoff? The story that I saw was like ick, the biggest ick.
Oh,
ick.
I don't want to say.
Oh, I know what it is.
I'll recuse myself from this segment.
Why is that?
Because I'm guilty of this, and I've gotten several other answers correct, and I don't want to have a really long streak because I think I know exactly what it is.
Is it negativity?
Well, did you guys go through my crap?
No.
How did you know that?
Because he started describing himself.
I was going to say booger eating.
All right.
Stop.
Come on, stop.
I'm just saying eating boogers.
Stop.
And you're like a negativity. No, my answer, negativity.
Roxanne, you're 100% right. It's negativity.
What?
It is. It is. That's why I said, are you looking at my stuff?
No.
Are you rifling through my underwear drawer?
You think people are out to get you today. You've accused me of rifling through your crap and setting up fake Instagram accounts. You're paranoid.
No, that's true, though. It's negativity. The biggest turnoff is negativity. This might actually be a good call segment, is you meet somebody for the first date, or let's say you have a first phone call with somebody, and did they just lay on the crap? I mean, do you say, oh my God, I've got no interest in this? Can you imagine, let's say you meet somebody out for the first date, you meet at a restaurant, and they just unload every freaking problem and piece of trouble in their life?
Well, here's the thing. If you go on a date and you're essentially, you're looking for a mate, right? You're looking for someone to spend your life with. So do you want to be with someone who's thinks bad things are going to happen to the two of you? Now you're signing up to be a teammate with this person and they're talking about all the bad stuff that's going to happen?
Hang on a minute. Do you think that is always the objective? that when you meet somebody, you're looking for a mate for life?
Well,
or I
when
don't think that's the case in everyone's scenario.
When I counsel my single friends, I tell them not to be doing that. So I don't think you should be doing that, because I think you should just be looking for good people and spending time with good people.
How many single friends do you have?
I mean, it varies. They go in and out of relationships, but right now I maybe have 2.
2 single friends.
Yes.
And why are they single? Like divorce, or never got married, or long-term relationship has ended? Why are they single?
Just haven't found the right person.
Not booger eating, like what?
No, no, haven't found the right person.
That's
Wait long
awful.
enough, suddenly a booger is not.
Yeah.
That bad.
Okay.
Come on. Thank you, Fess. No, but seriously, being negative. Negative is the biggest dating turnoff, when somebody just hits you with just a big old round of negativity right off the bat.
Yeah, that's gross.
Well, no, I think the gross is what Fester was describing.
Yeah.
Roxanne to the loss for words.
No,
Yeah.
but what's gross is like when you are a booger eater and then you
All
talk.
right, stop it.
And then you talk about how bad they taste. That's like negative and.
Stop
No,
it.
no, hold on.
Oh, my God. Too much of Fester is rubbing off on you. All right, I'm moving along.
Just call us
All right.
BEs.
All right.
We know what it
All
means.
right, guess what is starting to slow down the airport security line? You know, I should have, Julian's probably on the plane right now. But guess what is starting to slow down? And folks, you might witness this. You might see somebody doing this. And this is ridiculous. All right, I'm going to grab caller number 105 hot and on the fly right now, because Andrew is screened up to 104. So hang on. There's something happening at the airport at security that might slow you down, and I'll give you that here in just a second. First, so let me grab caller 105, which is right here. Good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who is this?
This is Tony.
Tony, where are you calling from, my friend?
I'm calling from Sefner, Florida.
Tony from Sefner. You are caller 105.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Tony, you get to play the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher.
Oh, man, thank you, MJ.
What was that, Tony?
I said thank you.
It is my pleasure. Tony, do you know how to play the game?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tony, we're going to fire up the Inflation Smasher. We're going to activate the machine. You can hear it making all kinds of whirling noises. And when you want me to smash the glass, you yell as loud as you can, "Smash it!" And we'll smash and find out how much cash is behind the glass. Are you ready, Tony?
Yes, I am.
Let's fire up the Inflation Smasher.
The MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher has been activated.
It is running. Tony, let the machine run and tell me when to smash the glass.
Smash it.
You've won $700.
Yeah! Look at that. Tony,
Yes.
Tony, $700 cash is yours with the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. How about that for a drive into work? That's not bad at all, huh, Tony?
That is amazing.
Tony, what do you do for a living?
I actually have a hot dog cart.
Oh, that is fit. Where's your hot dog cart?
I'm in Tampa. Today I am going to Toyota over by the stadium.
Oh, Stadium Toyota on Dale Mabry.
What hour is he going to be there? I'll stop by for lunch.
Festival will stop by again.
I'll be there from 10 to 2.
10 to 2. Tony, so are you right in front of Stadium Toyota on Dale Mabry?
I am actually in the parking lot.
In the parking lot of Stadium Toyota. Go. And what kind of hot dogs do you serve, Tony? Which brand?
Nathan's.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good dog.
That's a good dog. Nathan's
Good
hot dog. That's a good dog. And do you have? I'm a New York dog guy, so can I get mustard and sauerkraut?
I don't do sauerkraut. When I have it, people don't want it.
Oh, really?
That's a real niche thing, man.
Yeah, it's kind of vinegary.
Yeah,
So-
I'm a New York dog guy. All right, but Fester, you gonna stop by?
Do you have a social media where people can follow where you're going to be? Because if you're a traveling cart,
Yes, I do.
what's that?
It is, the Instagram is Tony's Hot Dogs.
Very original.
Tony's hot. Listen,
Yeah, that's what he is.
That's what it needs to
That's what
say.
he needs to say. That's how you find him.
Tony's hot dogs.
Best Instagram I could think of.
Hey, Tony, thank you for listening to the MJ Morning Show, and congratulations on your 700. I don't know. You're not going to sell $700 worth of hot dogs today, are you?
He sure as hell might.
Oh, no.
All right, so this is a good haul for you, man. All right, Tony, hold the phone. Andrew, the producer, is going to give you all the information so you can collect your $700. And thank you for listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Thank you, MJ.
Thank you, Tony. Look at that. All right, he's on hold. Line 5, Andrew. Latest winner. Look at that.
Here he is in front of the Toyota.
Oh, he is. Look at that.
I'm following Tony right
Oh,
now.
yeah, look, he's got
That's great.
He's got a whole tent set up.
Oh, man.
Tony's hot dogs.
That's awesome.
Look at that. I'm looking at his Instagram page.
He's
It's
got
phenomenal.
218 followers. Let's bump him up today.
I love Tony. Yeah, give Tony a follow.
That's
Give
great.
Tony's hot dogs, just like TONYS hot dogs. Tony's hot dogs on Instagram. Let me see his pricing.
That's some pretty good-looking dogs.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, pricing is great. A Nathan's all beef hot dog, $4.
Chili cheese for $5?
Yeah,
That's a deal.
hold on, where can you get lunch for $4?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great deal. Tony's hot dogs gonna be at Stadium Toyota later today. Look at that.
Oh,
And he just won $700. Don't try to stick him up, okay? He doesn't.
He doesn't have the check yet.
He doesn't get the $700 for a couple of weeks. All right. All right. Back. All right. So the next chance to play the Inflation Smasher happens after 3. So after 3 o'clock, your chance to play the Inflation Smasher with Gino, our afternoon guy, and then we're back on Monday morning at 8 a.m. with the Inflation Smasher again here on the MJ Morning Show. It's been a great week of the inflations. We've given away, I think this week we'll give away $10,000 this week.
That's amazing.
Between the morning show and Gino in the afternoon, $10,000 this week, giving away more cash next week. So every day next week, the Inflation Smasher is back starting at 8 a.m. right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And people are still calling in. Hang on a minute. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Mike, good morning.
Hey, Mike, we already played the game. You're technically caller 106, but we already played Tony 1.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Mike,
Thanks for being a good sport about
keep
it.
listening. Gino's got it again after 3, and then we'll do it again Monday morning, okay?
Sounds like a winner. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show.
Hello.
Hey, we had the winner already.
Okay.
Who's this?
Philip.
Hey, Philip, sounds like you're like working in an auto shop or something.
Yeah, I'm at a shop, yeah.
What?
Yes, I'm at a auto shop right now.
Hold on. You're really working in an auto shop?
No, it's a wood shop.
A wood shop. All right. Hey, yeah, we had a winner, but keep listening, okay?
All right,
Thanks, buddy. All right, that's enough. Yeah, all the lines are still ringing. Yeah. All right, back to the airport deal.
Yes.
This is slowing people down, and I don't think I've seen this, but this is popping up on social media. This is happening at the TSA security line, and for whatever reason, this is becoming like an internet, I don't know if it's a meme. That's probably not the right word, but people,
Trend.
Thank you. It's a trend, and apparently it's like the Generation Z and millennials, influencers are doing this. Do you know what they're doing? What do you think they're doing at the TSA security line?
I think they're taking pictures of their TSA bags and their trays and all their items neatly arranged in the trays.
All right, what the hell? All right, this, where you've gone through my stuff.
How does she know all this?
All right, what is going on? What is going on here? I'm getting punked here.
Oh my God.
I'm getting punked.
This is amazing.
All right, what's going on?
I don't know. I
Oh.
love Psychic Roxanne. This is great.
All right.
I just, reading the same stuff. Here's the thing. Did you notice yesterday I sent you show prep early in the day, right? I sent it to him around noon. Well, I still read stuff to prepare for the next day.
I don't think you sent me this, though.
That's what I'm saying. I did my show prep at noon,
you
but I
saw this but didn't send it to me?
Yeah, because I read it at night.
Right.
Just for myself, for my
did.
edification.
All right, so, for whatever reason, you've got these influencers, these Generation Z and millennials. This is a new trend. They're arranging all of their stuff neatly in the plastic tray at the airport. So you put your crap in the tray, it goes on the belt, it goes through the x-ray machine, And this is the new idiotic trend that people are posting images on social media of all of their crap neatly arranged in the tray. Their shoes, their handbag, their sunglasses, their camera, their passport, their keys, whatever. Their Glock 19. You know, it's just all neatly arranged in the tray. Up there's a SIG P365. No,
they'll catch that problem.
Yeah, they will. But who starts this crap?
That's
but,
dumb.
But the story was like, hey, this apparently is slowing down some of the security lines because people are arranging their stuff, then taking their camera, taking a picture in order to put it up on Instagram or wherever.
Are they doing videos like, hey, fam, I'm at the airport now, and look how neat my trays are.
My God.
Be sure to remove your laptops from your bag.
We're already in a situation where recently, we talked about this, that the new generation of screening machines at the airport were supposed to allow us to bring liquids in greater than 3.4 ounces or, 100 milliliters, right? And these new machines that have been installed, apparently the software's not right yet. And this was crazy. It was like the new software to allow you to bring in liquids greater than 3.4 ounces. The software, it'll be ready at like 2035. I'm like, what the hell?
Another 10 years?
It was some ridiculous date down the road.
16 years from now.
It was in 2040?
Yeah.
It's insane.
They'll have it figured out by then.
You can't get a software update before 2040 to allow us to bring a 12-ounce can of a Pepsi through?
And they can predict that the day 16 years from now that it'll be ready. What's magical then? How do those people who make that prediction know they'll still be working for that technology company?
My God, it's insanity.
We're alive.
The other thing is, aside from the liquids, the new machines were supposed to speed things up, and it's slowing them down. You'll see the non-conventional machines. I'm trying to think, have I seen any at Tampa International? You know, you have the typical like square machines, the older machines, the newer machines. They look like these cylindrical, like big, long, like jet engines or something, and they look real fancy and modern, but apparently they're slowing things down when they were supposed to speed them up. They were supposed to have an upgrade that we could bring in liquids greater than 3.4 ounces, and that's all screwed up. So what the hell's going on here? Doesn't make any sense. All right, speaking of social media, I want to talk about something on my Instagram. Festa, go to my Instagram.
Okay.
Got another case of couch dumping. How many years now have I been discussing couch dumping on the MJ Morning Show, Fester?
Many years, many. I don't know the exact count.
It's got to be 20 years. It's a long. This goes back to the original run of the MJ Morning Show, back when we were on the other station, back when mornings were good over there. So I recognized this a long time ago. There is a major influx of people that dump couches on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And the latest is in my neighborhood. Fester picked me up this morning.
We drove right by it.
And I pointed it out. I'm like, Fester, there's the couch. And we drove right by it. And it's not in front of a house. This is on a stretch where there are mangroves and there's some water canal where there are no houses there. And somebody just drove through my neighborhood, didn't want to take the couch to the dump or arrange for the city street cleanup days. Somebody some son of a just drove through my neighborhood and pushed a couch out of the back of their pickup truck on the side of the road. Got the cushions all strewn all over the grass on the side of the road. It's couch dumping. Hey, listen to my Festa. Refresh it and bring my audio up. I just go, bring the audio up, refresh it, and go.
Over here,
Here we
let me
go.
pull over. Look what we have. It's another case of couch dumping, folks. Yeah, I'm just headed home from the MJ Morning Show, and what do I see? Somebody who just didn't want this couch anymore, so just dump it in a neighborhood. This is a massive Florida problem. Couch dumping, mattress dumping. I'm going to tell you right now that you could drive around Tampa Bay for a couple of hours and you can furnish a 3-4 bedroom home. There's no doubt about it. I'm talking couches, mattresses, end tables, televisions, you name it. You don't need to go to Rooms to Go. Go to Road to Go and just drive the roads, and you could furnish a house, I'm telling you. What the hell is it? Who are you? Come on, you couch coward. Show your face. Who dumped this couch in my neighborhood?
All right, there it is.
All right.
So that video, see the couch? It's on my Instagram right now. Go to Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. I would collaborate and share it with the MJ Morning Show account and the Q105 account, but my collaboration button was taken away. Does anyone know? Somebody sent me a direct message. My invite collaborator button disappeared. It's gone. So if anyone knows why that is, but take a look at the video that I just shot. Look at this couch.
It's a pretty nice couch.
Throw it on the side. It's probably infested with like lice and bed bugs. But seriously, you can drive around town and just find bedroom sets. And you know what it is? A lot of times, like behind shopping centers and stuff.
That's where I dump couches. Yes.
But you'll see mattresses. If you don't mind some poop and pee stains, you can find some good mattresses out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some blood stains occasionally.
Once in a while.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so couch dumping and furniture dump, it's a major problem. With lazy folks. Hey, so if you go to the dump, do you have to pay to dump a couch?
I go to the county dump, and I'm a resident of the county that pays taxes, and I have my bill.
So that's free?
Yeah, I could dump it for free. I don't know about everybody else.
All right.
I just don't know how that works. But to go to the dump is a hassle. And if you don't have a truck, you just kind of lug it out somewhere and you pitch it.
All right, so I have this item here that really caught my attention, and I wanted to wait until all the phones died down from the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, because the phones just, they blow up for, half an hour. I have an item here that more than 28% of Americans are searching for a new job right now, and this is the highest rate in a decade. New labor market survey shows that Americans have rarely felt more in need of new job opportunities, an indication of a more negative outlook about the economy despite other data. I know that there was a jobs... There was a change. They revised the numbers, and I guess there are more people looking for jobs than they previously thought. Anyway, the latest poll of consumers found that 28.4% of respondents were looking for a new job, and that's the highest since March of 2014. And just a year ago, it was only 19.4% of people looking for a new job. So now it's over 28% of people just don't like their job. That's that's almost a third of people that are working don't like what they're doing, or they need a new job. They want a new job. Maybe it's just, maybe they like the job. Maybe it's a monetary issue. They're not making as much as they need to. Here's what I want to do.
Talk to people actively looking for a new job or actively thinking about it at least?
Exactly. I want to go to the phones. I would like to talk to the more than 28% of Americans who are now searching for a new job. Fire us up. Fire up the phones right now. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let me grab a handful of calls here. Are you actively looking for a new job? What is it you do now that you dislike? Why, actually, and I think we can maybe get more to the core here, what is it that is causing you this greatest number in over 10 years looking for a new job? Is it you hate the job? Are you not challenged? Do you just looking for more money? What is it? Why are you unhappy, and why are you looking for a new job? All right, fire up the phones. 800-990-1047. If you don't want to use your name or your location, that's fine. If you want to be anonymous or double anonymous, if you want to be anonymous from Largo, that's fine. If you want to be double anonymous, or if you want to use whatever, I'll play however you want to play. I just want to know why you're looking for a new job. Why you're part of the greatest number in over 10 years that are not satisfied. All right, every line is ringing. All right, Andrew's screening away. I've got a couple screens already. 800-990-1047 gets you in. 800-990-1047. I'll start with Angela in St. Pete. Hey, Angela, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, MJ. How are you?
I am well. So what is it? Why are you looking for a new job?
Monetary. I just don't make enough money, and I love what I do. I've never been happier in a job than what I do now. But
is there any way to try to extract more money out of the employer?
Unfortunately not. I have tried that, and they have said they would if they could, but...
May I ask what kind of work it is that you're doing that you love?
Yes, so I'm currently driving. So I'm out all day driving around, moving, different things.
Can you be a little more descriptive or no?
No, not really, because I know a lot of people that listen to your show. So
yeah, maybe some of them have a job for you.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Hey, remember? Hey, Angela. Speaking of the a lot of people listening to the show, did you hear the item yesterday? I was telling the story about a friend of mine that's cheap and that tried to get his 16-year-old daughter to order off the 10 and under kids menu out in Beaver Creek. Did you hear that story?
I did not. No, I missed that.
I told the story yesterday. He calls me up last night and says, I got a bone to pick with you. Three people came up to him and said, hey, are you the cheap friend that MJ was talking about? Like, what the hell? Right.
I'm sure I'll probably get some questions today.
So, Angela, so you like your job, you love your job, you're not making enough. Do you mind me asking, are you paid hourly or salaried?
So I'm an independent contractor, so I'm paid based on the route that I do.
How much do you make a year, if you don't mind me asking, with the current job?
So last year it was right around 34,000.
All right, and what are you looking for? What do you? Go ahead, but
I take on all the costs.
Yeah, she's an independent contractor.
Yeah, it's your own vehicle, wear and tear, fuel costs, etc.
Right.
All right, so Angela, what kind of money would you be happy with? What do you need to make to really be happy? How much?
I mean, I think I could be happy with just even a little bit more than that, close to 40,000.
Yep.
And I would be very happy.
Angela, thanks for listening. I wish you the best of luck. Now, do you have a line on a new line of work? Do you have any ideas or any leads?
I don't. I am probably going to have to go back to office work and be chained to a desk again to make any sort of money, which I'm not happy about, but we work to make a living and to, to be able to do things.
So what's more important, being happy and make less, or being not as happy and make more? Think about that for a bit.
That's the internal battle that I've been dealing with,
Angela, thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Let's grab Amber in Plant City. Amber, are you among the more than 28% of Americans that are now searching for a new job?
Hi, good morning. My son is a college student. He just graduated, and he has been working for the city for a few years, and he is looking for a better paying job now, and he is having a very hard time.
What kind of work does he do now?
He works for the city. He works at the rec. He's a youth coach.
Mm-hmm. And what type of work is he looking for, and he can't find it?
He's looking for anything that pays better than what he's making. He's looking for warehouse. He's just looking for anything that's going to pay.
Well, you said he's a college grad. What was his degree in?
Oh, he just started college.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
No, sorry. He's looking to pay for a car, his insurance,
I got you.
So many things.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
And what is he going to major in? What is he looking to do?
He's going into EMT firefighter.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. I love public service. Thank you, Amber. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
All right, Wendy in Bradenton. Wendy, are you looking for a new job?
Yes, I currently am.
How long you been in the current job?
I've been there 7 years now.
That's a long time. And are you looking for a new job because you're not making enough money, or are you just tired of the job?
I'm actually looking for a job because I am feeling that my position will be eliminated probably within the next 5 years.
Wow.
A robot taking your place?
Yes, pretty much.
What type of work is it?
I work in banking. I'm an associate banker, and I believe that they are going to eliminate that position and like Roxanne said, bring in some robots.
Yeah, get ahead of the game.
No,
and
MJ, we had a list of like jobs that'll be obsolete in 30 years, and banker was on there.
I think you're right.
Working in a bank.
And what would you like to do, Wendy? What kind of floats your interest?
Honestly, I would like to do some kind of clerical work in the court system.
Yeah, so I would say just, I don't know, you're in Bradenton, so that's, Manatee County. I would look for any job openings at the clerk of the court or, somewhere down there. All right? Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. All right, we have an Anonymous in Hudson. Anonymous, are you among the 28% plus of Americans that are looking for a new job right now?
I am.
Why?
Just feeling unappreciated. I work in the healthcare field, and just things are not as they used to be. I don't think they'll ever be the way they were, but just feeling like loyalty is not rewarded anymore.
Yeah. It seems like that's the case, though, in every industry. Of course, you have your exceptions, but listen, the media industry is just a hellscape right now. Radio, television, print. It's just a hellscape. So are you looking for more money? Are you happy with your current money and just not appreciated, or is it a combo?
Yeah, no, the compensation was great. I mean, otherwise, if it was, I would have walked out sooner. But
do you want to stay in healthcare or find something completely new?
No, I would definitely do healthcare still. I mean, I went to school for it and everything, so it's just not something I'm just willing to do a career change. It's just it's so vast as a nurse.
Yeah,
you can do so many things.
Are you a nurse?
Yes.
Are you RN?
Yes. Correct.
Well, listen, RNs can make some serious coin. I mean, I know RNs that do well over, $100,000.
Yeah, if you work a couple shifts overtime, absolutely, you can make close to what a nurse practitioner makes without the overhead.
All right, best of luck. Absolutely. Thank you for listening.
All right, thanks.
All right, Kevin Lakeland. Kev, are you looking for a new job? Look at the line. Every line is jammed. Kev, you looking for a new job?
Well, I'm not really looking for a new job, but I'm dissatisfied and disillusioned with my old job.
What do you do?
I was a teacher for 12 years. I have a master's degree, and I love teaching. However, everything that's incorporated with what's required of us isn't worth it, because like I said, I have a master's degree, and my last year's salary was basically the same as a first-year teacher.
Yeah,
I've been in the business for 12 years.
Yeah, that's not right.
And no, it's not right at all. And just the societal pressures and all of the, responsibilities of a teacher, it's just not worth it mentally.
So what do you want to do?
Well, I'm a musician, so I have the availability to kind of kick back a little bit, but I also day trade. I play the stock market. I would 100% be willing to take another teaching job, but not in the current circumstances where in Polk County and Hillsborough County there are literally hundreds of open teaching jobs. It's just not worth it.
Wow, amazing. Kev, I wish you the best of luck, and thanks for sharing. Billy in St. Pete. Billy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Billy. So what's the story with you?
So I was a general manager for hotels the last few years. I started a relationship, and he was a little intimidated by the fact that I was making more than him. So I went into an accounting position as an accounting clerk at a very successful beach hotel. And now we're broken up, and I'm struggling to afford all of the bills on my own. So I'm looking back to go back into being a general manager again. It's been difficult because, I get paid $20 an hour for a multi-million-dollar corporation. And so the pay is the biggest thing, but I think there's also the challenge of going from having that respect in a leadership position to being called somebody's admin every day.
Yep.
It's definitely a hit to the ego for sure. It's been difficult.
Well, good luck. I hope you fulfill your dream and something works out. Appreciate it. Hey, Andrew, you can stop screaming. I mean, when everyone drops off the line, the phones are going berserk on this thing. Donald, quickly, let me mow through these fast. Donald, Plant City, you're looking for new work.
Yeah, I'm a heavy equipment operator. I work about probably 12 hours a day.
Hey, Donald, did you hear my son on the air about an hour and change ago?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I did. And
so for those that didn't hear it, Julian sends me a text with a link to a website. Hey, Dad, I want to buy these. A 42-piece set a master key set that fits almost all heavy equipment and construction equipment. Keys to start up bulldozers at a construction site. What do you think about that, Donald?
Believe it or not, I got a cousin that doesn't even know how to run equipment, and he has my key, so I had to buy brand new keys.
All right, Donald, so you're tired of heavy equipment? You want to do something else?
Yeah, I'm looking to be a stay-at-home dad. I'm looking for a sugar mama, I'm
a good life plan.
I'm willing to fold clothes, make sure the dinner's done and everything.
I want to be Mr. Mom, stay at home. Donald, I wish you the best. Jared in Tampa. Hey, Jared, MJ Morning Show. You're looking for a new job.
Hey, how you doing?
We're fine, Jared. Go ahead.
Good. So, I'm an activity director at a nursing home, and I love the residents. And every day, you gotta love it. They're like, "Man, I want to go do some bingo." Like, who wouldn't love that every day?
Right.
Or when they're like, "Let's go to a strip club," or when they try to bite you and stuff like that. I've had that happen. It's not fun.
All right.
But I just wish it paid more. You're underappreciated from the administrator. They're never satisfied with your work, your activities. So I love what I do. I even wrote a book about it. But it's it just doesn't pay enough and underappreciated.
And what is it again you do?
I'm an activity director.
Gotcha. All right, listen, I wish you the best, Jared. Sound like a funny guy. Lauren in Lutz, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to take 3 more calls, Andrew. Don't screen anymore because the phones will just go all morning. I got Lauren, Robin, and Chase. 3 more calls quickly. If you miss what we're talking about, 28.4% of Americans right now are looking for a new job. It's the highest number in over 10 years of people that are just dissatisfied for whatever reason that want a new job. Lauren is next. Lauren in Lutz. Hey, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Lauren.
Good morning. So my husband was working for, we'll just say, a bank.
Yep.
And he said that his job was going to be taken over by AI eventually. And so, the saying, if you can't beat them, join them. So he started an education company online called Teach Tappy, and he's doing AI education stuff. I'm also in education. So I like that solution-focused mentality. So that's what we're doing. And then my son's job, he's a teenager. His job was taken over by AI at Wendy's. So he got a new job as well.
Well, all right, so wait a minute. What was he doing at Wendy's that AI took over? Was it the drive-thru?
Yes. He was, my 17-year-old was doing drive-thru at Wendy's.
That's a tough lesson to learn. 17, you're out of work.
So, he learned from my husband because my husband was warning the family, you got to reinvent yourself. You got to learn new skills. And so my son got a job at this wonderful place called Abby's. It's like a health food store.
Oh, awesome.
And so he was able to reinvent himself as well. But if you go to the Wendy's in Lutz, they do not have teenagers taking your order anymore. It is AI that takes your order.
Lauren, thank you. Appreciate it. Robin in Tampa. Robin, last call on this. Robin, go. Oh, I have one more after Robin. Robin, go ahead.
Good morning. I'm going to back up all the people that work in banking. We are slowly but surely being pushed out.
Wow. This is what, the 3rd or 4th banking call now. Go ahead, Robin.
Yeah, definitely. I've been in banking since I was 15, and it's just a constant over your head. You're going to be eliminated. You're going.
And what do you want to do? Have you decided that you're interested in a different career path? What are you thinking about?
Well, I've been in this career for, 38 years.
Wow.
So it's kind of hard to find something that has the same skill sets that I'm used to. Right now I'm doing international wires, and I don't mind what I do, but they definitely don't pay. I'm single. I cannot make ends meet now with the inflation. And I put out so many resumes and nothing's coming back.
See, this is why we started the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, and obviously I'd love to give cash to everyone listening, but you got to get in. Hey, Robin, I wish you the best. I hope that you find your dream. Okay.
Thanks. You have a great day.
You too. Hopefully we help a little bit in the morning. All right, so Ronnie, last call here. Ronnie, Pinellas Park. Ronnie, go ahead.
Hi, yes. I was listening and everybody wanting new jobs and everything. I actually work at an awesome company. They're called Secure Transportation.
Yep.
We drive elderly people back and forth to the doctor. We are hiring. We are in need of people immediately.
What's the name of the company?
Secure Transportation.
So Secure Transportation, and where's the company based if somebody wants to do a search?
It is, you just Google Secure Transportation. It's based out of California.
Gotcha.
But we actually work in Pinellas County and in Tampa.
All right, how much does it pay?
$18 an hour.
All right, so $18 an hour. And, all right, go to the Secure Transportation website. They need people in Tampa Bay area right now. Hey, thank you. Appreciate the call. Have a great weekend. There you have it. Man, the phones blew up like I'm doing a contest. We're turning callers away now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, a lot of people are looking for new jobs right now.
Hey, did you see the dude that was arrested on a flight because his head was bleeding after getting hair plugs, apparently?
Oh, I couldn't look at these pictures. It would like turn my stomach.
Oh, my God.
Were they fighting or something?
Guy who is bleeding heavily from his head after getting hair transplants. He and his wife were arrested earlier this week because they refused to get off the airplane in Miami. Yeah, the guy, Eugenio Hernandez Garnier, 27, boarded his American Airlines flight. It was from Miami to Las Vegas with a bleeding forehead and a bloody bandage wrapped all around his head.
Is he British? My bloody forehead.
No.
He doesn't sound British.
He said, I've got audio. He said his doctor cleared him to fly. He had paperwork confirming this, but the flight attendants told him to deboard after seeing his bloody head.
Yeah.
So he gets on the airplane, and blood is dripping down. He's got like a bandage wrapped. It looked like, like somebody smashed him over the head with a sledgehammer, and he's just all bloodied. And I guess the flight attendants said, sir, we can't have you on this flight. The captain then also said, yeah, we don't want you on this flight. He wouldn't get off the flight. He thought that since he had paperwork from the doctor saying, I'm cleared to fly, doesn't matter. The doctor's not flying the airplane. It's not your doctor's airline. The airline can decide to refuse service or transportation to whoever the hell they want. If you look at the flight attendant funny on the way into the airplane at the greeting stage, they can kick you off the flight. They can do whatever they want. They've got the final say. The captain has the final say. But the flight attendants, if they tell the captain there's a passenger that did something or made him uncomfortable, you're done. You're out. You're off. So according to the police report, Hernandez Garnier was asked to clean up the blood and replace his bandages, but told flight attendants he did not have any clean bandages with him.
All right, get this guy off the flight.
You know what? If you're bleeding, you ought to travel with some. You know what? Stop at Walgreens and get some extra gauze, okay? You know?
Just something.
Get some 2-in-1 oil, 3-in-1 oil, and some gauze. It's all ball bearings these days. Anyway, so due to the bloody forehead, they asked him to leave the airplane, and his wife as well, because they were concerned about his medical condition and him dripping bodily fluids around the airplane. That's what I want. I want a 4.5-hour flight from Miami to Vegas with some guy where blood is just flying out of his head.
Oh, yeah. Give me some of that DNA, yeah.
Oh, my God. But guess what? They asked him to deplane. He refused, and the cops get involved. Then following the refusal, airport police officers went on the plane. And I want you to hear this. The cop is so nice originally. The cop is this is the Miami-Dade, this is the Miami International, the airport police, or I don't know whether the Miami-Dade police handle the airport, but the cop is like so understanding. The cop is like so gentle, and he sounds accommodating. He's handling this with kid gloves. Frankly, I'd have some latex gloves on because the guy's bleeding all over the place.
Right?
But that's beside the point.
Can't be safe.
So, once he wouldn't get off the plane, the cops show up. They're trying to get him to get off the plane. After a little resisting, they were arrested. But listen to this. They had all of the passengers get off the plane first. and then arrested the guy while he was the only one on the plane refusing to get out of the seat.
That's how you get rid of all the cameras.
The entire airplane was deplaned. Every passenger in their seats. Get all of your overhead luggage, get all of your stuff under your seat. They made the entire American Airlines flight get off the plane, and only this bloody-headed dude and his wife were left, and they arrested him. And you can even hear at the end of the video, it's whoever's shooting the video from the gate. It's like, man, they pepper sprayed him. So we think maybe they pepper sprayed him. Can you imagine you're bleeding all over? Can you imagine
that would hurt.
The pepper spray gets into your bloody like hair transplant plug wounds? My God. Anyway, he was arrested. Wife was arrested. He was released from jail later that night on bond. Channel 6, WTVJ, NBC Miami, spoke to the guy, 27 years old, described what happened. He said, I have a lot of pain. I have a lot of pain here, a lot of pain in the forehead. According to WTVJ, the man flew to Miami from Las Vegas to get a hair transplant and liposuction. But when they were on the flight home, concerned passengers alerted flight attendants about him bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
God. And he was told, you need to go. He showed the doctor's note. It doesn't matter. Anyway, here's some of the audio. This is amazing. This is nuts. Can you imagine you're sitting next to a guy or behind a guy and bloody bandages around his head and everything? That's just gross to sit next for like 4.5 hours.
Yeah, because they asked you several times to step up. So now you can float American Airlines.
All right, so this is the cop. And you can hear the cop is being, I think, very accommodating. I think the cop is approaching this very nicely. So he says, they've asked you several times to, please leave the airplane.
Yeah, because they asked you several times to step up. So now you can float American Airlines. So you got to find another airline to fly.
So he says you got to find another airline to fly. That's what the cop just said.
Another, yeah, Delta. They don't want you to play.
Yeah, so he says Delta.
How about British Airways? We welcome your bloody head on this flight.
It's a private airline. They don't want you to play ever again.
You can see this.
All right, so that audio is a little tough to understand, but let me play some of the other audio here. So he said, the cop says, let's see if you can hear this. The cop says that you go or everyone goes, meaning that, hey, they're going to clear the whole freaking airplane.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, No. You don't tell me how to do my job.
All right, so he's saying, you don't tell me how to do my job.
Yeah, I can hear the cop elevating his intensity here.
Now it's getting elevated.
Police?
Yeah, no.
Police?
Yes, I am. I'm going to show you that I'm the police after everybody.
You're everybody else, right?
So the cop just said that we're going to have to get everyone off the plane. Then the people are yelling, just get off the plane. Don't make us deplane. Get off. And then cursing, get off the effing plane. We had to bleep that. And then listen to this. Here's the announcement from the flight attendant.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those passengers aboard this aircraft, we're going to kindly ask you to please step out of your seats and deplane the aircraft. Make sure to grab all of your items. Once again, we're asking all passengers to please deplane off this aircraft.
So that's the announcement. Everyone get off the plane, and they were the only bloody head man was the only one on the plane with his wife. And then from the terminal, here's the reaction. After all the passengers are off the plane in the terminal, they're walking him out in handcuffs. Listen to the guy shooting the video from the gate.
They pepper sprayed him.
So everyone's applauding, and then you heard the guy say, they pepper sprayed him. All right, folks, this brings to an end over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. When we get back, the 9 o'clock hour, we're packed. You're not going to believe what happened at a Starbucks. This is a crazy story. Some maniac did something at a Starbucks. You got to hear the story. It is nutso. What would you do if this happened? And then fraud at an auto dealership. A guy thought he was defrauding the dealership with a new car purchase. You're not going to believe what happened. This is great. You got to hear this. I got Hollywood Dirt on the way. We got a lot of stuff. Don't move. 9 o'clock hour starts next here on the MJ Morning Show. If you're making... Show. This is Q105. You're listening to 104.7 FM. I am MJ. I'm not in for Mason. Mason, great. Mason, a legend. Still part of Q105. I love playing the Mason. I love these old jingles, you know?
Mason Dixon, Q105.
I just like the old jingles from from yesteryear, you know?
Tampa Bay's Q105.
Little warp factor, little flamethrower.
Tampa Bay's greatest hits, Q105. Q105.
All right, 9:06, 9 o'clock hour, final hour of the weekend straight ahead. We had a great $700 winner with the inflation smasher. A little early. Was it Tony? Tony, the hot dog guy. Yeah, guy that has a hot dog card.
Tony's Hot Dogs.
Yeah, Tony's going to be at Stadium Toyota.
He's setting up right now
at Dale Mabry and Hillsborough
from 10 to 2.
Yeah, the guy's going to be doing hot dogs at Stadium Toyota. He on the way to Stadium Toyota to set up his hot dog stand. He won $700 with the MJ Morning Show inflation smasher about an hour ago. And
at Tony's Hot Dogs.
Yeah, on Instagram if you want to take a look. Hey, Gino's got another chance to play after 3 o'clock, so the inflation smasher is back. Listen, we just took all those calls on people looking for new jobs, and you heard people say that, hey, listen, inflation, high prices, they're looking for more money and a new job. And, hey, listen, we're doing our little part here with the MJ Morning Show inflation smasher on Q105. It's been a very successful week. We have one more later today, and then we'll play it again all next week. So keep listening. We'll see you back here. Well, listen, obviously, I want you to join us at 6 a.m. Listen to the whole damn show. But after 8 o'clock on Monday, we'll do it again. And every day next week, a little after 8 a.m., here on the MJ Morning Show. Take a look at this crazy item. A dude in Slidell, Louisiana. And this conjured up something I saw in a TV show or a movie where I can't remember what it was, and I didn't search for it. A dude uses a bike lock and locks people inside a Starbucks. Can you imagine that?
What?
Yes.
I mean, the way the doors come together.
This is insane.
Doesn't it have a back door?
Well, there should be. There should be a back exit, obviously, or you just take a freaking Starbucks table and throw it through the plate glass window to get the hell. But listen. Some guy locks you in. You're thinking of the worst. I'm thinking of like something out of the movie The Joker. Was it The Joker? Where people got locked. What am I thinking of? Anyway, here's the story.
Creepy.
Creepy is the operative word here. Slidell guy in Louisiana arrested, accused of locking workers and customers inside a Starbucks. The Slidell Police Department has arrested a man accused of locking workers and customers inside a Starbucks on Wednesday. Officers were called to the Starbucks at the Fremo Town Center after a bike lock was placed on the doors of the business. Those inside were able to exit from a different door, but police said the man was accused of placing the lock, was identified as James Thrash, 23 of Slidell. He was arrested and is facing charges of terrorizing and false imprisonment. Because listen, when you hear somebody is locking people inside, you think the next thing is like he's going to torch the place and burn people to a crisp or something, or open fire. I mean, this is talk about scary and creepy. So he's been charged with terrorizing and false imprisonment. Slidell police say they believe that Thrash placed the lock on the business after he was asked to leave because he was somehow disorderly inside. What do you get into a fight over the Grande versus the Venti?
I mean,
to
get kicked out of a Starbucks.
Yeah, what do you got to do?
There's one person I want to hear from about this.
Yeah.
I know this person. He knows this young man, James Thrash, very well. Let me tell you something here. Down here in Slidell, Louisiana. Oh, that old boy, James Thrash.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Cajun Fester with commentary on Mr. Thrash locking people in Starbucks with a bike lock.
I must admit, I done know Mr. Thrash here for a long time. I'm friends with his pappy, but look at him. This old James Thrash, he just ain't right. He just ain't right.
You know what?
Can't quite put my finger on it.
You know what else ain't right?
Yeah.
It's their crawfish latte.
Oh yeah, that's just not right.
At Starbucks, that's disgusting.
I find that delicious. It's fantastic.
Etouffee latte.
The etouffee latte. Listen,
The
gum-
beignet latte works, but
well, listen, that actually sounds appealing.
it sounds good.
A beignet latte.
Beignet
but
latte, get rid of that with a little gumbo chino. You know what that is? It's like a frappuccino with a little bit of gumbo in there.
A gumbo chino.
Or the old James Thrash. Here, look out. First of all, number one problem here with old James Thrash. His family root for Louisiana Tech. Go Tigers. That's all I got to say about it. Go Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cajun Fester
That's my way, right.
on the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy, he got it. Listen to this.
Are you from Louisiana?
No,
Oh,
this is Memphis, Tennessee.
Not too far.
All right, you want to hear? This guy thought he was home free defrauding Gossett Kia. Gossett Kia, where the cash is on the dash. You know what? It's owned by Lou Gossett Jr.
Is it really?
No, I have no idea. Probably not.
I think he's dead.
Lou Gossett. That's right. Lou Gossett. Oh, my God.
What? Oh, what? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I think you're right. I think.
Lou Gossett Jr.
Yes, Lou Gossett Jr. has. No, he's still alive.
Oh, he's still alive?
He's still alive. We're doing an obituary for
he
Lou.
died.
No, he did.
Lou Cameron
Oh
Gossett
no,
Jr.
he died just back in March. That's right. Yeah,
it's something
yeah.
I remember hearing kind of recently.
No, he did. I thought he. Yeah, Lou Gossett Jr. died on March 29th of this year, at the age of 87. Wow, that's a good one. That's a good stretch. 87. So rest in peace, Lou Gossett Jr. Yeah, I don't think Gossett Kia in Memphis, Tennessee has anything to do with Lou Gossett Jr. But I think the producer of Top Gun owns it. No, I'm kidding. All right, here, listen to this. This fraud artist thought he was home free. Listen to what happened. An identity thief arrested seconds after he thought that he was getting away with getting a new car under false pretenses, under somebody else's stolen identity. A dead man. He bought 2 cars at Gossett Kia in Memphis. William Hayes, 63, was filmed grinning ear to ear as he shook hands with the car salesman at the Gossett Kia dealership. Staff gave him a round of applause as he dropped.
Is everybody in on it? Like, hey, let's make this guy feel really
Oh,
special.
yeah.
That's great.
They made him. They had him figured out. They made the dude. They knew he was a scam artist. Listen what happened. He was buying 2 $158,885 in total Kia Tellurides. So that means these cars were knocking on 80 grand a piece.
Yeah,
you know?
wow.
Yeah. So listen, the Tellurides, it's a good looking SUV.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All right. So this guy goes to the Kia dealership. He has the stolen identity of a dead guy. He's buying 2 Tellurides to the tune of $158,885. And they're like, hey, congratulations, my friend. Listen to what happened next. The smile was quickly wiped off this guy's face because little did they know the dealership had them all figured out. So when they were running the credit and all the F&I was going down, you know, where they see you got to go to the finance and insurance,
The finance office, insurance people, you got to get all the paperwork right.
You do all the paperwork. So they had figured out that, this guy is a fraudster. He's going to rip us off. He's using a dead man's identity. So guess what? They called the cops. They're like, yeah, we got a fraud artist inside. And the cops were in on the deal. Everyone was playing along. They were doing all the paperwork, making the fraudster think that he fooled everyone at the car dealership. All the paperwork was done. He signed. They had him sign the paperwork and everything. Meanwhile, they had called the cops and said, yeah, we got fraud going on here right now. Guy's trying to buy 2 Kia Tellurides for $158 grand. The cops show up. They waited for the keys to be dropped in the guy's hands in the showroom.
Oh, boy.
And they're like videoing the whole thing. Congratulations on your 2. They drop the keys in, and out come the Memphis police, and they cuff and stuff the guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Officers took the man into custody after he completed the paperwork. He had both keys, and boom, was arrested on the spot. Yeah. Footage of Hayes being fooled into thinking he got away with his alleged crime was posted online to mock him. Yeah. Fester, finally, I meant to pull the video on this, but I forgot. Yeah. He was charged with forgery. Yeah. Gossett Gossett Kia, Gossettet, I think, is it? Yeah, Gossettet, Gossett Kia in Memphis, and see if you can find the video because they posted online. He was charged with forgery worth $60,000 to $250,000. I guess that's the way Tennessee, I guess, categorizes. An attempted theft of property worth $60,000 to $250,000.
I see a picture in the Zambian Times.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you find a different source?
That's the first thing that popped up. I'm getting there.
Hey, Andrew, can you try to find the video? I was having trouble with last night. I was looking at the video and I was having trouble with the pop-ups and everything. But the video's out there. I think they posted it. I think they posted on Twitter or X. So we'll try to find that in just a little bit.
That's great.
Yeah, is that not incredible?
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple of things that are really cool to do in Tampa Bay this weekend. We've got Comic-Con. Well, actually, I guess they don't call it Comic-Con.
It's the Tampa Bay Comic Convention. I don't know if there's a copyright dispute or something like that.
All right, can you bring up the whole page? Bring up the whole page, and then Andrew will find the audio I'm looking for. Bring up the whole Tampa Bay Comic Convention that's this weekend. It starts today and goes through Sunday. So it's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so, I mean, two cool things that are happening this weekend. So Comic-Con, 3 days, you got some big stars. You know, they're expecting like 50,000 people to roll through Tampa Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And you've got some big stars that are going to be here.
Oh, yeah. They always sprinkle in some big stars.
Elijah Wood from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Wood is going to be here. And also the other a bunch of them. The other big headliner is Hayden Christensen from Star Wars, going to be at Comic-Con. And then Fester just brought up the page. Go to the very top.
It's a ton of names. A lot of names you haven't heard of, or like the voice of Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
All right, let me look at the names that I recognize. Let me do the scroll here. Billy D. Williams. Holy crap!
Look next to him.
Billy D. Williams, and then Edward James Olmos. Everyone knows that dude.
Two big names, absolutely.
Let's see. Robert Patrick. Oh, he's the Terminator dude.
Yeah.
He's the Terminator 2 Judgment Day guy, the guy that was the cop. He's going to be... What? Priscilla Presley's going to be here.
Talking about Memphis, Priscilla's going to be. That's great.
Priscilla Presley's going to be here. John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard is going to be here.
Was he Bo or Luke?
He was... John Schneider was...
Bo.
Was he Bo?
He was blonde Bo.
Yeah. Oh, he's Bo. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking... Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio. He was on, like, Law and Order for years.
Dave Foley from the Kids in the Hall comic troupe.
Yep.
He's going to be here.
Man, there are tons of names here. I mean, Phil's going to be here. Phil was the guy that refreshed the snack table in the catering tent in season 2, episode 5 of Mandalorian.
He'll
be there.
Him?
Phil is gonna be.
See,
Folks,
it runs the gamut.
Listen. If you want to meet Elijah Wood, Edward James Olmos, and Phil, the guy that refreshed the snack table in the catering tent, season 2, episode 4 of The Mandalorian, he's going to be there. Have a conversation with him of what it's like to see the stars take the snacks that he put out on the table. Phil's going to be doing autographs tomorrow from 1 to 3.
What was the Mandalorian's favorite snack between takes? How did he eat with that helmet on? That's what I want to know.
Anyway, and do you know there's going to be sumo wrestling at Armature Works tomorrow night?
Oh, wow. That sounds fun.
I've got to get a buddy of mine, and he's become a good friend. I met him. Do you remember he sent us this guy? Do you remember when we couldn't find sriracha? Remember when sriracha was on shortage?
Yeah.
And he sent us a whole case of sriracha?
Right.
Ferdian Jap is his name. And he owns Zuku.
Right.
You know, the sushi bar.
In Wesley Chapel.
Where, who was the Buccaneer that left the $1,000 tip there?
That was Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette. So hang on a minute. Let me call Ferdian up.
Is he involved with this?
Is
he wrestling?
He has the sushi bar inside Armature Works, and he's like organized this whole sumo thing tomorrow night. Hang on a minute. 452. I mean, between sumo and armature and the comic convention at the convention center downtown and your chance to meet Phil, this is a hell of a weekend. Hey, Ferdian.
Hello.
Hey, it's MJ and Fester and Roxanne, and we're live on Q105. Hey, welcome back. Hey, so you organized this whole sumo thing, right?
Yes, uh-huh.
All right, so you're going to have real sumo wrestling in the middle of Armature Works tomorrow?
Yeah, it's in the event hall. We just picked them up yesterday, a real sumo wrestlers from Japan.
Hold on, you picked up the sumo guys at the airport?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did you have to have an extra large vehicle? I mean, you didn't pick them up in a little Forte, did you?
No. We had to do Uber XL for them, and even that the drivers were
Uber XL for the.
What the hell do you say when a sumo wrestler comes in your car? You're
Hi. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. How much do these sumo wrestlers weigh? Do you know?
Yeah. So we have three of them. One is the heaviest one on Earth. Apparently, he is 570.
Wow, we got a 570-pound sumo guy. Wow. And what about the others?
The second one is 540, and then the smallest one is 360.
My God, did they break the axle on the Uber XL?
I mean, I was riding with him in the car. It was, it was riding pretty low.
Was it tilting? It was a low rider from the airport.
Are you going to be there tomorrow night, Ferdinand?
Of course he is.
Do you need tickets to see it?
It's not Ferdinand. It's Ferdian.
Oh, apologies.
Just call him Ferdy.
Ferdy, listen, do you need tickets to see it? Is it for everybody?
You do. We are selling tickets. There's two shows at 2 p.m., 6 p.m. The 6 p.m. is completely sold out, but if you guys want to come, obviously I'll have seats for you guys.
Okay.
All right, so 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. I can probably make the 2 p.m. is what I'm thinking. I can probably make the 2 p.m. All right, so this is and how do people, where do they go to get tickets? Armature Works is just a great experience anyway, and then you add 1,600 pounds of sumo wrestlers?
That's awesome.
My God. I mean, hey, and Ferdy, what's the name of your sushi stand in Armature Works?
It's called Zuku.
Oh, so just like the one up in Wesley Chapel?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. So sushi and sumo tomorrow, and if people want to get tickets for the 2 o'clock, how do they do it?
It is. We have a website. It is sushisumobattle.com.
Sushisumobattle.com. I love it.
All right.
Absolutely love it.
Ferdy, I'm going to give you a call later. I may want to go to the 6.
I could probably go to the 2 is what I'm thinking. All right. Yeah, Michelle.
And Fester, if you want to, be on the ring with them.
I was just about to ask.
We can get Fester. Fester clocks in at 3:20. What are you now?
3:33.
All right, Fester's
all the way across.
Fester's 3:33. All right, so we'll get Fester in there.
They'll call me Tiny.
Yeah. Hey, Ferdy, great to have you on again, and I'll be back in touch later on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So hold on. Once again, what is the website?
Sushisumobattle.com.
Sushisumobattle.com, and tickets still available for the 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes.
And what do you get? You get entrance, and what else do you get? Anything else?
Yeah, so a couple of the VIP tickets includes an omakase box that our sushi chefs are preparing.
Oh, nice.
So the bluefin tunas, the sashimis, nigiris, all this stuff.
Oh, nice. Man, this sounds great. I'm going. I'll be there. I'm going to the 2 o'clock tomorrow at Armature. All right, Ferdy, we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, that sounds great. All right, what time? 9:24. Let me catch my last break here, and then we've got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. A little bit of sadness to report. Have a little bit of a sad announcement to make next here on the MJ Morning Show, and then we'll try to lift the spirits back up for the final moments on the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday. Back in minutes. Don't move. Plan B air conditioning.
love Pat.
Folks, you just heard Pat's last traffic report. After how many years of doing it in the Tampa Bay market?
44.
44 years.
44 years.
All right, and you're leaving today.
I'm off the air. I won't be able to keep you updated next week.
Not keeping you
or
updated.
anytime in the future.
Well, I guess you can keep us updated from your house.
You know, I started when I was 19 with Al Ford.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever knew that name.
So why are you leaving?
My job's been eliminated.
Folks, it's the nature of this business these days. Pat is leaving because of budget cuts, and it's not exclusive to our place. It's every radio company. It's Odyssey. It's iHeart. It's Cox. It's Beasley. It's everywhere. And look at television. Look at what's going on in the TV world. I mean, the media business is tough right now, and there's a lot of downsizing. And now, Pat's been downsized. And Pat, I just want to tell you, it's been a pleasure working with you.
It's been a lot of fun, and the craziest times that I've had haven't always been here, but you've been part of it.
Pat is a dear, dear, dear friend of mine, and he really gets me through my days here at the station, and he's been doing that for 8 years, we figured out, right?
And the kitchen is closed.
I know. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. He feeds me.
Roxanne, if Pat gets you through your days, and Pat's not going to be here starting Monday, does that mean you're going to be just a basket case?
Well, he keeps me fed,
Yeah,
so I won't be. I'll be quite hangry.
You're going to have to start bringing breakfast.
Come Monday. I'll be quite hangry.
MJ, I've always felt that, jobs are jobs, and they come and they go. But the part that really sucks about losing a job or not having where you've been for a while is the friendships that you make.
Yeah, that's
right.
Exactly. I've got to see you every morning for the last 4 years, and we bust each other's balls every day, and it's a lot of fun, and it's based in love. And I'm sorry this is happening to you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's been fun doing traffic in the Bay Area. I've watched the Howard Franklin Bridge grow up. I've seen a lot of things happen on the interstate. I've seen everything.
Listen, I know who will hire you. Do you want Phil's number? I'll give you Phil's number. They'll hire you.
Well, no, I'm just gonna relax for a while.
But if you
I'm
want
gonna be 69 in September.
Whoa, really?
September 12th, I'm going to be 69.
You don't look a day over 67.
You're very youthful.
And I don't act a day over probably 17.
Listen, if you want to continue doing traffic on radio stations, I'm sure that there's a traffic operation that will hire you.
You're the best.
Well, I started at WDAE back in 1979,
Mm.
and I ended on the MJ Morning Show.
Wow. Well, Pat, I'm sorry that I have to be the last face you see.
Yeah, we're really sorry about that, Pat.
My apologies. Pat, seriously, best of luck. And you've kept a lot of people updated on Tampa Bay traffic for, over 45 years?
Right. And you kept me out of a ticket. I pulled that plate off.
Look at that. All right, you wanna say it one more time?
Well, I can tell you 275 southbound still a little bit heavy around Sly.
Yep.
And we've got a problem on I-4 eastbound of Branch Forbes, an accident there, but the bridges look good. For the last time again, keeping you updated, I'm Pat George.
Pat, we wish you the best.
We love you, Pat.
My kids are going to be very angry, but they'll see you soon.
See you, buddy.
Listen, the downsizing of our business, we saw it when we were with Clear Channel. Remember like 2008, 2009? They call them RIFs in this business.
Reduction in force?
Yes.
Yeah,
Reduction in force, RIF, or RIF, and there have been dozens of them, and there's no company in broadcasting that's immune. I am working in radio now with the fewest people that I've ever had in a radio station complex. Everyone's got to do 5 different jobs and all that, and listen, it's a shame.
Are we not going to have traffic on Monday morning?
We
or is
will.
There somebody else going to be?
They hired some AI robot to do traffic.
Traffic on Southdale Maybury is thick around line ball.
That sounds a little better than what it's going to sound like.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. No. Shriner is stepping in. So we'll have a real human doing traffic, and Shriner's been around, obviously, for years as well. But Shriner's adding another job to his plate.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to. So we wish Pat the best. All right, couple of things. Oh, man, you want to hear something creepy? If I have a creepy story, right? And I give you a little hint on what it has to do with, and I play this. That's a little blurb. Any idea what it is? One more time. Come on, I see those wheels moving, Fester. That is the hint on where this happened.
I thought it was like an old TV show.
Yeah, do it again, please. Hold on. La la la,
right.
la 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 la.
Exactly. I let a
You
little more go. All right, here we go. All right. La Quinta. It's La Quinta.
A good brand, a good hotel brand around the country.
Yeah, I've been at a La Quinta here and there.
Sure.
I've had pleasant. What?
I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, yes.
Oh, you being sarcastic?
No,
Like I'm not?
yeah.
I don't stay at La Quinta.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think you've ever.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have been at La Quinta. All right. A little creepy here. Texas woman is suing, pressing charges. Oh, she's all ticked off. She claims that she got out of the shower in her La Quinta hotel room, and a La Quinta employee was standing in the bathroom videoing her as she got out of the shower.
Oh, that's blatant.
Oh, my God.
La creepy.
It's not even like they had a hidden camera in the bathroom somewhere. They're just standing there. La Quinta Inns and Suites, an affordable chain of hotels available through all over the United States. Budget-friendly rates, convenient locations, complimentary breakfast. But we have a Texas woman that claims that she gets out of the shower and one of the hotel staffers was filming her naked.
Wow.
What the hell? Wow. She explains that her friend booked the room at a La Quinta after a bad case of COVID to help her rest. After her first night at the hotel, the manager called her down to the front desk and told her there was an issue with their online system and the payment for the room. Anyway, what a mess. Mr. Patel, I guess was the front desk guy, then said you're going to have to leave because the payment had some kind of an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, but she has photos and screenshots proving that $382.20 was paid for the room.
Seems like a lot for a La Quinta.
Well, I don't think it was one night. I think it was that was for 6 months.
Okay,
no, I'm kidding. It was that was for several days. So she didn't feel good, didn't want a confrontation, agreed to leave. She goes back up to the room to collect her belongings, and she wanted to take a shower. And the manager agreed to let her take a shower before she left. She stepped out of the shower and was shocked to find the hotel worker in her room filming her naked as she got out. The hotel room door was wide open. Anyone passing by in the hallway was able to see her. In one of the videos, a male worker in the room and a female worker is standing outside. What is going on here?
I'm looking at the video of the female staffer just holding up her phone, recording everything.
Apparently, the hotel felt compelled to document the ejection of the woman. It's just a weird story all the way around. So, I mean, this is just nuts. Anyway, I don't think that is common for La Quinta, but a lot of these places are independently owned and operated, and they're just franchisees. But that's pretty nasty. All right, a couple of showbiz items before we shut things down here on a Friday. The ketamine queen. Yeah, she's back. Yeah, more on the ketamine queen. Ketamine queen of North Hollywood. Yeah, the same needle. Yeah,
ream, quantity.
What do you say?
The lyrics that we're sharing the same ream. Ream means quantity.
You can do it. All right,
Everybody has their own working lyrics.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ketamine queen. I wasn't ready. I was swallowing.
All right,
okay.
Well, don't swallow. All right, here we go. And go.
Ketamine queen. I did it again.
It punches on the word.
You got to be ready right on the drum beat. All right, ready? And
ketamine queen.
you're late again. You're late again.
Why are you starting me so early?
Just on go.
All right, ready? And
ketamine queen. Now we're sharing the same ream.
Roxanne.
And our hearts, they beat no more. No, not what did I say?
It was like your voice was disappearing.
Yeah.
You're whispering.
It's like you're whispering.
It's Friday, guys. I've been talking all week.
Anyway, there's new. Oh, God. All right. Anyway, there's.
I'm winding. I'm powering down. Guess what? I've already been replaced. I'm not really Roxanne Wilder. I'm AI Roxanne Wilder, and I powered down right around 10 o'clock.
All right. So the ketamine queen, something new. Guess what the code name for Matthew Perry was, according to the records of the ketamine queen. So reports are out that the ketamine queen of North Hollywood, where the ketamine came from that killed Matthew Perry, that Jasveen Sangha, known as the Ketamine Queen, had a nickname for Matthew Perry. Do you know what it was?
Probably Moneybags.
Nope. Come on, it's easy.
What?
Kitty cat girl.
No.
No. What was his character's name on the show?
Yeah. Keep it coming.
Chandler.
Yep, exactly. The Ketamine Queen referred to Matthew Perry as Chandler. That was his.
Wait, I thought it was his nickname for her. Okay.
No. Her nickname for yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's original. Wow.
His nickname for her, she was the Ketamine Queen of North Hollywood. But then she was supplying it to the doctor. I mean, just a total
operation.
Total
Jeez.
mess. All right, a couple of things regarding Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. And who brought this up? I think you brought it up yesterday, that the toughest hit individual has been Jennifer Garner's new boyfriend.
I alluded to him because they are together, but yet there are a lot of photos circulating right now of old Jen or new old Jen Garner with Ben, and they're very smiley. Ben
Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's divorce has reportedly been the toughest on Jennifer Garner's boyfriend. Affleck's old Capital One, what's in your wallet squeeze.
Yeah.
Wow, how about that?
I bet.
All right. Ben Affleck, do you know that inscribed on their wedding ring, do you know what it said?
2 years later.
Nope. Ben Affleck had, quote, "not going anywhere" engraved on Jennifer Lopez's engagement ring.
That's a jinx.
Yep. Before he proposed, inscribed inside the ring was "not going anywhere." Well, that's false advertising.
Yeah,
exactly the opposite
How
of what
about that?
happened.
And the home, as we mentioned earlier this week, so the home has officially hit the market. The $68 million Beverly Hills mansion that Ben Affleck and J-Lo shared, $68 million. It's on the market. Do you know what the tax bill is?
What?
Guess how much in property taxes you will pay on this house. 38,000 square feet, listed for $68 million. The tax bill is estimated at $400,000 a year. Just the property taxes before anything else. The property taxes, $400,000.
Wow.
That's nuts. And actually, that millage is a little on the lower side. If that home, for instance, were in Greenwich, Connecticut, the tax bill would be $800,000. I don't know. I would love to know what it would be here, like in Hillsborough or Pinellas County. I would imagine if I were to guess, knowing millage rate, $68 million. There's a formula per thousand. What would the bill be? Probably, I would say it'd be over $500,000, 600, 700,000 in Hillsborough County as well, because our property taxes are high here. That is a crazy, crazy damn number. Holy crap. And then did you see, we'll leave you on this. Did you see the Ohio woman that needs 9 stitches after being hit in the head with a Hulk Hogan beer can? Is this that new Hulk Hogan beer brand that he's been pushing?
I don't know. I know it was a Hulk Hogan event.
Yeah.
And somebody chucked a beer and this lady caught it with her forehead.
It's Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer. Does Nick drink that stuff?
Only when he drives.
Fester.
Allegedly.
Come on,
Allegedly.
Come on, Fester.
He's not the best driver.
Yeah, I'm hoping that if Nick drinks the Hulk Hogan Real American Beer, I'm hoping he has a designated driver, or calls an Uber. No, I guess Hulk Hogan was in Medina Township in Ohio. It's a little northwest of Akron, to promote the brand. They launched Hulk Hogan Real American Beer back in June. And he's got a bunch of stops, a 17-state tour, signing autographs and everything. And there was a 50-year-old woman that was hit and knocked to the ground by an airborne Real American Beer can.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if, according to the Medina Township Police Report, some witnesses told responding officers Hogan threw the beer. But other witnesses said it was a crew member throwing beers from the stage like a baseball pitch. My God. If you're going to toss beer cans, you just got to do little light underhanded lobs. You can't wind up.
You can't pelt the crowd with a beer.
Do a fastball with a can of beer. Can you imagine? So some reports are saying that Hulk Hogan threw the can. Oh, my God, son. And that the woman was, like, clocked in the head. Oh, my God, yeah. The woman needed 9 stitches to close up her head wound after getting hit in the head with a Hulk Hogan beer can. But, yeah, was it Hulk himself that tossed the beer can, or was it a crew member?
You should have ducked, brother.
You know what I'm smelling?
Lawsuit.
I'm not smelling beer. I'm smelling some legal some issues here.
Yep.
Yeah, no arrests were made, conflicting accounts. Listen, I'm sure it was accidental. I don't think it was on purpose. Hey, we're at the Hulk Hogan beer event. Let's knock some woman unconscious with a fastball. No, I'm sure it was accidental.
Yeah, I thought wrestling was staged anyway.
Yeah. All right. Folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. We fire up the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher again, 8 o'clock on Monday morning. If you need to get a hold of me, I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com. That's my private email. That's MJ at MJMorningshow.com. And, of course, give me a follow on Instagram. Who knows what I'm going to post this weekend. I'm Certified MJ Radio. And, hey, as Benny the Locksmith knows, let's be careful out there.
The Q1